Cougar Nation. Time to rise and shine and start your day with Duval Sports Media Big Steppers. Dan Hicken.
You know it!
Jeff Prosser.
It's a big deal.
Gosh, it sure is a big deal.
And E to the T.
E.T. is in the booth.
Rise and shine, Googans. Go time on a Monday morning. It's a next-gen roofing Monday, and the roof caved in. We need to call them. My Gators lost. My bracket's a disaster. How's your Monday going? Up and Adam, ladies and gentlemen. Listen, March Madness gives and March Madness takes. March Madness is elation, and March Madness is deflation. March Madness is happy, and March Madness is hateful. And the last 10 seconds of a late Sunday night hammered that home if you're a fan of the orange and blue, as the dreams of repeating are done. And it happened a couple of rounds too early, if you ask me. A game that well, where do we dive in? Where do we start? Let's start at the finish and move our way backwards like one of those Oscar-winning films that does everything in reverse chronological order. Horn sounds, game over, no shot attempted. Florida trails by 1. Got 4.5 seconds. Got to go the full length of the court. It got it into Xavier Lee's hands. It had a pretty clear path to get it down court and was able to get it almost into the paint with still a couple of seconds left to go. There's only one thing to do at this point. You only have one option, and that is to put the shot up off the glass. Deal with the result. Accept it if it's blocked or defended. But the refs would blow a whistle if they saw someone they knew in the crowd last night. The second half was a whistles fest. You've got to get a shot up. You don't have time to take the ball up court, go behind the basket, try and dish it inside for a big man to get a hoop. You got 4.5 seconds. And it's a shame the night ended that way for Xavier Lee, who played really good last night. He had a good game. He hit 3 threes. He had big ones. Florida fell behind by double digits, not once, but twice last night. And Xavier Lee overall had a good game. But you got to get a shot up, man. You got to get a shot up. And look, I knew this season was going to end. I knew it. I knew it in my gut. I knew this wasn't a national championship team. Again, I didn't think it would come this soon, but I knew this season would end with the guards reminding us they're not Walter Clayton. And that's no disrespect. Again, it's 4.5 seconds. You got to make a magical play, and Clayton and the Gators last year made them at every stop. They trailed 3. They trailed at halftime 3 in their 6 wins a year ago in March Madness. But with the ball in hand, late game situation, time and time and time again, every single time they came through. And so it's no use wondering if this guy had been there and done this or that, who would have pulled up and hit a shot. Maybe the play there is to drive it down, stop quick, and pull up. Maybe the play is, look, he had a head of steam. He had the guy on his left shoulder. I feel like he could have got a shot up there, man. But instead, he drove too deep. He got stuck. Horn sounds. Iowa celebrates. Florida lays on the court in despair. March sadness indeed. But let's take it back in chronological order. We're going, is it Memento, the movie that works that way? Well, let's take you back. Florida's up 2 points. About 10 seconds to go. Iowa gets the ball. Gang, what's the only thing in the world that you can't let happen? There's one thing in the whole entire basketball world that cannot happen. You can't give up an open 3. Show of hands, Gator Nation. Easy to say after the fact, I'm sure. I knew. Capital K, capital N, capital E, capital W. I knew those jokers were going to hit a 3. I felt it in my sports fan soul. A 3 was going down. I'd rather you give them a wide open path to the basket for 2 and get the last shot with a chance to win. I'm certainly not advocating for allowing them to tie the game. But beyond all else, you can't give up the three. The play happened because Florida was set up to pressure, and they gave up an angle, and it was almost like a little quick slant pattern. They got the ball in, and then suddenly we got a guy going full court up, full speed up court with no one defending him. And now I got 3 Iowa guys trailing Gator defenders, and just 2 guys. It was like Hauk and Condon still, hanging around back playing defense. Well, the guy driving the ball, I think it was Sturch. You gotta play him at least a little bit. Hauk did. They dished it to the corner. My man stepped back for the 3, E. He didn't just catch and shoot. He caught it just inside the 3. He stepped back and hit the 3. Money shot. And the Gators, just a complete, utter, total defensive breakdown. Give up the one play that you can't afford to give up. Cue the rewind sound. Let's go back. Florida's hanging on for dear life. Up 71-70. They force Iowa into a miss. They grab a loose ball rebound with, 10 seconds or so to go. Up 1, and sophomore Isaiah Brown going to the line. Shooting 2, already in the bonus because, as I said, the refs blew whistles like they were lifeguards in a shark attack. Isaiah Brown goes to the line, up 1, 2 shots. We really need 2 here, my man. We need 2. We need 2. Then a 3-pointer don't kill you. It just sends you to extra time. Misses the first. Did hit the second, so Florida still with a 2-point lead, but an opportunity there to really extend the lead. Then I'll take you back to another play. We lost our mind with this replay. This nuance, taking it down to the second. There's a play as old as time in basketball. When you drive the lane and the defender slaps it, it's out of bounds on them. We don't super slow-mo to see as he knocks it out. Does the Florida player touch it? I can still argue that Boogie didn't. Didn't seem like a huge play at the time. I think the Gators were up 5. They were up 4 or 5 at the time, again, inside of 2 minutes. What a big call. What a big overturn. This breaking it down to the last day. Man drove the lane. Defender slapped it out. Unless it bounces off his knee or his chest, we would. Since when do we minutely detail when the ball actually left? He never sent the ball going that way. Didn't seem like that big a deal. They had a 4 or 5 point lead. Okay, we're all right until you weren't. So we had another couple of buckets. It's a 1-point game. So kind of in reverse in the final 2 minutes there. Florida trailed again by 10 a couple of times. Iowa took it to him like Vandy did. Vandy unlocked the secret sauce there. And the win over Prairie View in round 1 didn't mean a dadgum thing. It never did. We shouldn't have thought it did. If you did, I mean, they were just running them out of the gym, and it did more harm than good. It's a really good basketball team, man. They're not playing their best basketball right now. They lost a 1-pointer on a last-second 3-point shot in March Madness. It happens. But, man, doesn't make it any less disappointing. That your nemesis Vandy had gotten knocked out, so Nebraska would have been next for Florida. It was set up to run this thing to Houston for the sweet, get there for the Sweet 16, perhaps make another run to a Final Four until it didn't. But look, there's a couple of key things jump out at you if you're look at the box score, and one guy was crushed more than any other, as you would think. But when I tell you this dude had no points and 1 rebound, it's probably amazing the Gators only lost by 1. But that's Ruben Chinyulu's stat line last night. 0 points, 1 rebound, big time foul trouble. Only played about half the game minutes wise because of the whistles. No points, 1 rebound. And a bunch of fouls from the nation's best defender, or certainly one of the top 3. So Chinyulu, who just, it's unfair that now he's in the headlines because he's just such an under the radar part of that team until really late in the year when everyone caught on. This guy was a rebounding machine. 1 board last night. Florida did not win the rebounding It's like 27-27 against a team much smaller. It was a lot like the Vandy game, only it was close. Vandy pulled away and blew them out in the SEC tournament. But, man, Iowa hit shots early. Didn't hit threes, but got too many second chances, and their big guys banged, and they'd throw up these off-body bankers that would find the bottom of the net. But still, through all of that, the Gators had steadied themselves to a point to put the game away as the national champs, a top seed, the SEC champions. They were in a fine position, up 4-5 in the last couple minutes, and they couldn't seal the deal. Couldn't seal the deal. Now, the exclamation point on the game is going to be the not getting a shot up with 4.5 seconds. You got to get a shot up. But the Gators lost this game from the opening tap till the final moment. It went in waves. Iowa's waves took them up double digits. Florida's waves put them up a possession. And the Gators got by, a heavy underdog in round 2. So there you go. March Madness giveth and March Madness taketh away, and it took the Gators out of the bracket a lot sooner than we expected, and I know that a lot sooner than a lot of you out there hoped. But there are plenty of other storylines, and we'll certainly go through them. It's just no fun talking about it when the night and ultimately the season ended like it did last night. And, there were, sums up March Madness last 10 seconds of that game. Number 1 seed allows a 9 seed, just drive it down and get just a unobstructed, wide open 3. Boogie Flan was MIA on the stat sheet, but that don't let that mislead you. Boogie Flan took that Bennett Sturts, who's one of the best players in the Big Ten, all Big Ten, third leading scorer, Iowa's leading scorer. He played all 40 minutes last night. The dude has played all but 7 minutes since the end of February. I mean, he is the go-to guy for Iowa, the number 1 player. He played all 40, and Boogie held him last night to 13 points on 5 of 16 shooting, 0 for 9 from three-point land, yet still, in the end, not enough. We'll have to see how this offseason sorts out, what plans are for the Gators that still have eligibility and maybe have to decide between NIL and NBA. But certainly a retooling. You're going to see the last of the group that really contributed to win the national title. They're cycling out here. If they're not all gone after this year, then, again, rumors of Condon, maybe Chinyelu getting NIL money, maybe coming back for another year. I don't know what the plan is for Boogie. Xavier Lee's eligibility is over. And Todd Golden now's got to get to work out on that recruiting trail. They have made no impact on the high school front. Count, I'm sure, a lot on transfers. But, yeah, Boogie, not a big night offensively. I think it was 0 for 3 from 3. Gators last night, overall from 3, were above their average. They hit 31%. But, man, I don't know if they had a game this year where I saw some uglier three-pointers. Between Lee and Boogie and Thomas Houck, I bet you there were 6 or 8 three-pointers that were either air balls or bad clanks or shot from an angle and they go over the basket and hit the backboard on the other side. I mean, there were some ugly misses from 3. Overall, not terrible. But the Gators, the same thing that we argued earlier in the year, man. Your advantage is your front court. Dump it inside and keep dumping it in there. But Iowa they played chest-to-chest defense just like Vanderbilt did. It was real similar. Vandy's better than Iowa, so when they got up and rolling, they pulled away from the Gators and kept them down. Iowa couldn't do that. Florida kept fighting back. But, again, I've just made a long story longer, short story. Gators out. How's your bracket? ET, what are the brackets? I don't even know what the bracket. I can't even. I
don't even know.
I'm so depressed over the whole situation. I haven't even looked at the brackets. I'd say I have maybe 10 or 11 of the 16 left now, maybe.
Well, going into, I want to say Friday, Dan had 12, I had 11, you had 10.
I knew that, and then I've just kind of lost it.
Right.
As you know, I was distracted this weekend doing other stuff. I haven't paid much attention, but I'm sure we'll get the rundown on that. You don't want to be last. In fact, you don't want to be second. Did we settle on the tortilla slap or whatever?
Nothing was really settled yet.
Yeah, all right.
Sure, we'll settle it today.
Yeah, it sounds like that's where we were headed. Man, there are some big-name coaches that are feeling the heat. You look at two of the biggest blue bloods. We'll get into that a little bit later. I understand the tournament isn't over, and I understand there are a ton of you out there that still have your strong rooting interest alive, and we won't forget that. We will not stay in some Gator funk here on a Next Gen Roofing Monday, but we will take a quick time out. The Jaguars had a minor dabbling into free agency. I'll say minor. Give details when we return. Much more on the plate. It is Next Gen Roofing Monday on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
Blue Bloods, starring Frank Franchi as the commissioner.
This is a show about his Irish cop family, and I play their dad, Frank.
Frank Franchi, afternoons on 1010XL. Streaming live from the XL Digital Studios. Polished by Harbor Dental Care, the locally owned smile restoration expert.
I'm Frank Frangi with the Nimnik Nugget. Florida's got a lot of good basketball players that are going to play in the NBA. Urban Klavjar is not going to play in the NBA, but he might be the most important player in the NCAA tournament. Florida's got to make three-pointers. He's by far their best shooter. If they're going to win, he's got to get up 10 shots a game. He's got to get up 7 or 8 threes a game, or Florida will have an early exit from the NCAA tournament. They need Klavjar to be a star in the tournament. I'm Frank Frangi for the Nimnik family of dealerships. Frank Frangi here. Madness is back, and Nimnik Buick GMC is bringing the excitement with Shoot for Loot. This month only, when you purchase any new or used vehicle from Nimnik Buick GMC, you'll get a chance to take a shot and win $1,000 cash. That's right, $1,000 cash in your pocket with one shot. And the winning doesn't stop there, because when you shop at Nimnik Buick GMC, you're getting savings and selection. Nobody does a better job. I've been buying my cars at Nimnik forever, and I promise you I trust them. Go visit the showroom off Phillips Highway. And remember, nobody but Nimnik. GMC, we are professional grade.
Matthew Fitzpatrick is living large with a title this week in Tampa, but man, when it comes to your golf game, play as good as you look, baby, and as good as you feel. So whether it's the unbelievable inventory of all the latest in apparel that you get from our friends at Live Forever Golf, but the fit, man, crisp, comfortable. I encourage you to go to liveforevergolf.com right now and just take a look at what they have. They're always dropping deals once you get involved. And, man, I've got a closet full of Live Forever Golf apparel. Is not all that I wear, but, buddy, it's a big part of it. And they've got any and everything you want. You know, you need a belt, you need a hat, or you need the latest in fit from golf fashion and apparel. Polos, tees, hoodies, quarter zips, pants. You know the deal. But you got to check it out. You got to wear it to see what I mean. And you can do that at Live Forever Golf and liveforevergolf.com.
Your home was the last one. Not another replacement in 15 or 20 years, the last roof. Metlock Roofing is Florida's only manufacturer and installer of this exclusive roofing system. Engineered for strength, built for Florida weather, backed by a lifetime warranty. Imagine never needing another roof. Call 938-9933 or visit metlokroofing.com. Get your last roof today with Metlock. License number CCC 1335581.
Develop a perfect pitch with Dan, Jeff, and PGA pros on Brunch with the Tour. Tuesday morning at 8:30. Teed up by Clearwater Irrigation on Jacksonville's Golf Station. 1010XL.
If your ride is making strange noises, don't wait and make it work. Come to Action Transmission on Merrill Road. My expert technicians can diagnose the problem and likely fix it fast. Experience the difference at Action Transmission on Merrill Road.
Are you looking for a place to outfit your truck or van? It's Catlin Truck Accessories. For 105 years and 4 generations, Catlin is the name you can count on. This is Keith Catlin, and we know trucks and vans too, from Lear toppers, ladder racks, van shelving, strobe lighting, roll and lock bed covers, and everything in between. If you want quality products and great customer service, there's only one name. It's Catlin.
Who can you count on? Count on Catlin.
For 105 years, you can count on Catlin.
Southeast Orthopedic Specialist is now offering ortho walk-in appointments. If you have an immediate need for orthopedic care, contact Southeast Orthopedic Specialist immediately. Avoid ERs and urgent care waiting rooms. For more information, go to se-ortho.com.
Relieve pain and get back to life. Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Quick question. Is your plumbing company run by plumbers or by people who've never held a wrench? At Holland Sons Plumbing, the owners are plumbers themselves. We're family-owned, veteran-operated, and built by people who understand the work. No corporate nonsense, no boardrooms, no suits. Right now, we're hiring service plumbers and residential new construction plumbers here in Jacksonville. If you want steady work, a team that's got your back, and owners who know the job because they've done it, give Holland Sons a look. Holland Sons Plumbing. Local, family, real.
Most people think we only know sports around here, but they're wrong. Frank Frangie here. I also know who to turn to when I need a floral arrangement, and that's Kuhn Flowers. When you need to send that someone something special, rely on Kuhn Flowers, online at kuhnflowers.com.
1010XL, presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Still, present, ready. Farah doesn't flinch.
Just did a poor job executing on both ends in the last 2 minutes. I thought, obviously on the last play, we wanted to take a foul to prevent them from getting off a three, and they got away from us. We weren't able to take it, and they knocked it down, so credit to them for that. And just a tough way to go out, but really proud of my group. I love these guys. They did a great job for us all year, gaining the second one seed in a row. And a tough one for us to swallow. And, we'll be thinking about this one for a while.
You'd like to, as your program gets established and dominant, you'd like to at least get to that Sweet 16 round. You want to be that tournament. Into the Sweet 16 for the 5th straight year. Todd Golden's Florida Gators. Todd Golden is there 5 years from now. Who knows? By the way, the insinuation would be if somebody, the NBA or bigger, came calling. But, yeah, interesting to hear him say there that the plan was to foul. I'm not sure. It's easy in hindsight to say foul. I'm not sure the play is to foul, but the play is to not let him get a three. If that means them getting a hoop, or then you foul them and make them make a free throw. Just don't give them the three. So, a little bit of semantics. I mean, I don't think they should inbound the ball and boom, you foul them and send them to the line and just let them get it there free with no defense. Sure, they're tough shots. Look, in hindsight, yeah, we said just done that. As soon as the kid caught it, push him if you have to. But no, the bigger answer is the defensive breakdown. It wasn't that no one fouled anyone. It's just let a guy get a running start, and they had numbers on a break with 10 seconds to go. That can't happen.
That inbound killed them.
Yes, man. You can't allow that to happen, man.
Because it felt like once he got that ball at the angle, they were chasing him.
That's
so they
right.
couldn't even foul him.
That's right, yeah. But then Hal got caught in no man's land. The guy's driving him, and there's another guy in the corner. I don't know what you can't at that point, you got to hope he misses. It's now too late to give up that three. So when I say you can't give up the three, I'm not saying late in the play. You can't give up the three. It goes hand in hand with, you can't let the guy just run a curl, get wide open on you. So, anyway, I get back into more March Madness when we come back on the other side. Even outside of Florida, Sweet 16 is set. A lot of SEC there. No orange and blue. Well, a lot of orange, just no orange and blue. More March Madness news and notes, but that's a Todd Golden after a very, very deflating loss. It's too early now to know the exact future of some of the personnel, but we'll find out here in the next, it could be the next few days, the next few weeks, next couple months. Could be all the way up to the NBA draft scouting process. We didn't know Condon was coming back this year until later into last year's offseason. The only one that I would say for sure is gone, for sure, is Tommy Hawk, who, we've talked about it. He's going to turn 23 in June. There's no reason to wait. He's going to be a first-round draft pick. I don't think Tommy Hawk is going to be he'll be a contributor off the bench in the NBA. He doesn't look like a superstar to me. I don't know. Great college player. That's for sure. At the next level, we shall see. But again, more basketball talk coming up. I got today's Shazam Spotlight. Brought to you by ShazamAuto.com, the Murray Ford Superstore, Stark and Kingsland. Take a short drive, save these big city prices, and have an awesome customer service experience. I don't understand the value of a dollar anymore, E.T. I mean, I really don't. What people will spend money on, it boggles my mind. And the one thing I've never understood, and I'm a massive sports fan, I understand the excitement of getting an autograph. To me, that's more of a personal thing. But buying an autograph or buying a jersey just seems outrageous to me. And some of the prices now. Did you see what the jersey of Shohei Ohtani, not from the World Series, not from some big monumental event. No, the one he won at the World Baseball Classic where they were summarily, upset and dispatched by Venezuela. Es un milagro.
What is it for?
The jersey he wore in Japan's 13-0 win over Chinese Taipei in the World Baseball Classic on MLB auctions last night sold for $1.5 million.
Ooh, that thing hitting.
Well, it's the most ever paid for an Ohtani jersey at auction. The game was played in the Tokyo Dome. He had a grand slam and 5 RBIs in the game. By the way, Japan went out. It wasn't Shohei's fault. You want to know my man's stat line from the World Baseball Classic?
Ooh.
He had 462 and an OPS of this. If you're a baseball fan, this number will it's ridiculous. Obviously, it can only be accomplished in a small sample size. OPS of 1.842. I've never seen that number. There was a 7-day auction, though, and the number 16 jersey racked up an astounding 298 bids. For reference, his jersey from pool play back in 2023 at an auction in 2023 from the previous WBC, they played Australia, and that one sold for $126,000, which still sounds like it's about $125,500 too much. You got burning money if you're buying jerseys for $1.5 million, man. You do. Either that or you're incredibly frivolous and irresponsible and going to be taking out loans soon. Yeah, that's just burning. That's just burn money. If you can pay $1.5 million for a jersey some dude won in a ball game. I don't understand it. I love sports more than anybody listening. I don't understand that part of it. That whole merchandising and that souvenir part. Again, the fun. Kids today and the commercialization of autographs and signatures and baseball cards, it has stolen any innocence from being like a young baseball fan. The fun of an autograph is going up to someone when you're a kid and him scratching out his name on a napkin or a program. That's the fun. That's the autograph that leaves an imprint and a memory for you. $1.5 million, E.T. All right, I got a little bit of Jags news. First off, one of our formers has announced his retirement, I saw. DJ Chark, who had a decent little career here, right? He had a 1,000-yard season. He never materialized as a true number one receiver. But did he make a Pro Bowl in Jacksonville?
Yeah, I think so.
Maybe one. Yeah. He bounced from here, never did a ton, very many, other places. But DJ Chark, 8-year career, announcing his retirement from the NFL. Meanwhile, the Jags dabbled, and I do say dabbled, in the free agency market. I don't, I've read every description of this. And I don't know what people are thinking just from this standpoint. Yeah, the salary seems like, seems like contributor. Does any part of this Jake Bobo signing make you think Jake Bobo will catch more than 25 passes for the Jags?
Bro, that's like eating a gummy worm that tastes like water.
Yeah, right. That's Tim Patrick.
Right.
We've got a different Tim Patrick, a younger Tim Patrick in, right? That's what it feels like. But of course, from the Jags teal and black perspective, I guess you could call him an underrated route runner and a special teams, right? He'll definitely contribute there. Seattle has a chance to match what was a 2-year, $5 million deal, 4.5 guaranteed, max value $7 million. Bobo played collegiately at UCLA, does not have much of a stat line in his NFL career. He's kind of like Chris Rodriguez that way, only less playing time than Rodriguez. But again, in his 2 or 3 years in the league, I think he's totaled 30 catches. He did have a touchdown, I think, in
it's an important game.
Yeah, like maybe the NFC Championship game.
I do remember that.
Right. You're like, what? So, Tim Jones, a longtime receiver / special teamer. Tim Patrick did that. Those are the guys who, that's the kind of role that I would expect Jake Bobo to step into. But who knows? Anytime you have a new regime, it leaves you with like a little bit more of an optimism ceiling, right? Oh, well, maybe they've discovered this guy. They've known him all along.
You never know what they're going to do with Bobo.
Yeah, that's right. So there are a couple of just slight Jaguar. I did notice this. I'd like to talk about this with Hick and maybe even Fred. It's a bold strategy that the Jaguars entertain in these off seasons. A strategy that James Gladstone bought from the Rams. But you got pro days going on all over the league, and you ain't going to any of them. You have the opportunity to bring 30 guys in for personal interviews, and you're not inviting anybody in. It's a bold strategy. That's definitely different. You're listening to The Drill. It's a Next Gen Roofing Monday.
The Drill. From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios, there's an energy and drama to play-by-play sports.
This crowd, a big factor.
You never know what's going to happen. Wow! Feel the energy on 1010XL, Jacksonville Sports Radio.
Ace Carline here for Atlantic Infiniti, and yes, I'm still loving my new QX60. Right now, you can lease one or lock in just 1.9% financing for 60 months, and every new Infiniti comes with the Atlantic Infiniti Promise. That's over $7,000 in added value. That's one of many reasons why I bought mine there. No pressure, no games, just a great experience. Make your next ride an Infiniti from Atlantic Infiniti. Visit AtlanticInfiniti.com or the showroom near Atlantic and St. John's Bluff.
Some auto shops call it an inspection and flag any little thing. That's called a wallet flush. At AA Automotive, they don't play that game. They fix only what needs fixing. AA Automotive on Richard Street. Boring name, awesome service, and no wallet flush.
Get out of the city and into the woods and the water.
Keep on working it.
On the Nimnicht Outdoors Show, Captain Kevin and Captain Kirk join Jeff Lageman.
I am shooting one today.
Get hooked Saturday morning from 7 to 10 on 1010XL.
Picking here, oh boy, you know I love a good flash sale, and we got one right now from Zero Res. This week only 15% off all cleaning. It's International Cleaning Week, baby. Carpet, air ducts, tile, grout, upholstery, hardwood, area rugs, and more. Be the household hero and book now. Call 287-5727. Flash sale this week only for 15% off all cleaning from Zero Res. Tell them Dan sent you. Zero Res, spelled backwards and forwards. It's the right way to clean.
Zero Res.
The price of gold is soaring and the price of silver is near record highs. If you got gold or silver just laying around, Estates Roadshow wants it. Broken chains, old rings, coins, watches, diamonds, vintage jewelry. If it's valuable, they're buying it. No appointment needed, just walk in. Get a free appraisal and walk out with cash. They're also buying pre-1964 silver coins, flatware, sterling silverware stamped 925. They're buying coin collections, gold, silver, foreign, and domestic. Plus, they've been in business over 35 years with thousands of happy customers. Licensed, bonded, state-certified scales, highest tech equipment, employees with GIA certification. The Estates Roadshow is happening in St. Augustine at World Golf Renaissance, Sunday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. For more info, call Marshall at 609-781-6559 or go to estatesroadshow.com and follow Estates Roadshow on Facebook to see all upcoming events. Instant Keys is turning 25. A quarter century of saving the day when your keys mysteriously vanish.
Seriously, it was just in my pocket.
Or when that remote fob decides to quit working.
The dealership is such a hassle.
For 25 years, Instant Keys has been the go-to locksmith service for car keys, house keys, transponders, re-keys, and even high-tech smart locks. You don't have to go to the dealer. Instant Keys comes to you. For honest, professional locksmith service, use Instant Keys.
Hey, it's Brent with Arcosa Crushed Concrete. If you've got concrete or asphalt rubble on your site, let me buy it from you, and I will recycle it into construction material for your future projects. Arcosa Crushed Concrete. Get paid for what you don't need.
When you're hungry, go big, and more importantly, go to Dailies, where they got anything and everything to tantalize your taste buds and fill you up. At Dailies, our barbecue beef brisket sandwich is slow smoked to perfection, tender, juicy, and full of bold flavor. It's the kind of sandwich that truly satisfies. Try the barbecue brisket sandwich at Dailies. Meanwhile, some favorites never go out of style. The Duval sub at Dailies is stacked, loaded, and made with the bold flavor you want in every bite. Fresh ingredients, big taste. It's a local favorite. Grab the Duval sub today at Dailies. Or maybe you just want a delicious chicken sandwich. Some choices just work. The chicken sandwich at Dailies is crispy on the outside, it's juicy on the inside, and it is full of flavor. Perfect for lunch, perfect for dinner, perfect anytime hunger hits. So grab the chicken sandwich today at Dailies. Dailies is made fresh, it's made local, and Dailies is built for big appetites. I'll see you there today.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's team time, Farah doesn't flinch.
We're back on the Next Gen Roofing Monday. E.T. and I were talking a little bit of golf. Told me he was just banging balls yesterday, working on that game, E.
Man, hit about 300 balls yesterday, bro.
I had an awesome time this weekend. I got invited to play in a member guest golf tournament, and it was one of those, it's arranged by flight, ET by handicap, right?
Yeah.
The two really low handicaps are the 6 lowest are this flight, and then down the line, there's 9 flights, and you play 5 9-hole matches, try and win your flight and get to the shootout. And my partner had a great weekend. Shout out Mark Healy inviting me out. We won our flight, which is terrific. They went to the shootout, and they gone. First hole, alternate shot. Ooh, tough format, alternate shot. But had a great weekend, had success. But I told ET the only reason I brought it up is you know what it felt like? It felt like the Jags this year. Like getting there was so fun, had its moments, played really good, felt good going into the playoffs, and then round 1 at home, they gone. That's kind of what it felt like. All right, 16 teams remain. We call them sweet. I know if you're a Gator fan, you're feeling pretty sour this morning. More on that late, the last moments of the game, and we heard Todd Golden allude to it in his post-game press conference that thought, and an idea there was to foul. But we'll get back to that in just a second. But first on to the Sweet 16 where, no, it's not the Gators, but the rest of the conference, the SEC, has stepped up. And they're not getting a whole lot of respect, by the way. I'm looking at a power ranking of the teams remaining in the Sweet 16. And there's only 16. And the SEC has 4 teams left, and they're all ranked 11 or lower. By the way, that Iowa team that knocked the Gators out last night, 15 in the 16-team power ranking. And all credit to Iowa. They played a great game. It's their Iowa hadn't been to a Sweet 16 since 1999. That's hard to believe. It's a pretty good basketball program. They took it to Florida. They beat them. A last-second magical shot they'll never forget. It's off to the Sweet 16 for a Big Ten matchup against Nebraska. So one of those two teams is going on to the Elite Eight, which is big and good news, I would think, for Illinois and Houston, who are in that same bracket. 1 seed gone. That 1 seed was the University of Florida. But 4 teams from the SEC: Texas, Tennessee, Arkansas, and Alabama. Credit Bama, man. I'm shocked that they were able to overcome everything that's going on up there. But they didn't just win; they won. They won easy twice, including over 25-pointer over Texas Tech last night. I mean, they lost their second best player, led them in scoring 4 of the last 10 games going into the tournament. And they just rolled anyway. They take on Michigan, though, on Friday. Good luck with that one. It's sure. Look, I feel kind of like I did. I think my bracket, and again, I'm so despondent and depressed about the way this tournament has emerged that I'm pretty sure I have Arizona winning it all. I had Michigan going out. I think I had Iowa State beating Michigan, and Iowa State about lost yesterday, so that was nerve-wracking. They've got Arizona as the top seed. Arizona let Utah State get late or get close late in that game last night, and then they went on to win by 12. They've got Michigan at number 2. Michigan had 2 easy wins out of the gates. What you'd like to do, it's where you wish Florida was sitting, I know. Got Duke at number 3. Look, Duke was in trouble there against Siena.
Woo.
Nervous, but they really bounced back against a good TCU team, a TCU team that beat Florida earlier this year. They got Houston at number 4. They've had 2 impressive wins. They won by 30 and then beat Texas A&M by 33. Got Illinois number 5. Again, this is almost in order of teams that cruised outside of Duke. I say they almost lost. Iowa State trailed Kentucky and then a rebound. All right, I want to hit on this little hot point. There are some big name programs, man, that it's a little bit dicey right now. They're wondering if they're in the right hands, and those 2 programs are North Carolina and Kentucky. Carolina just absolutely gave a game away against VCU in their opener, and Hubert Davis, who took Carolina, if not to a title game, or
game,
a few years ago.
Yep.
But that grace doesn't last long on Tobacco Road, and so to go out in round 1, you got to understand. When I was not even growing up, for most of all of my childhood and adult life, Dean Smith was the coach at North Carolina. At one point they went to like 20-something in a row, Sweet 16s or better.
And then you just said Sweet 16 is that spot.
That's that spot.
Yes.
You're in good shape if you win a couple of games. Because really, if you're a good team, the first game's a layup. Prairie View ain't beating Florida in a zillion tries.
Right.
But you got to win that second game against a team that's just like a top 20 type team.
Mm-hmm.
Florida made a living beating those teams. Look, I mentioned those 4 teams still alive. Tennessee, they beat by 30. Bama, they beat by 30. Arkansas, they dominated. Texas, they went on the road, trailed at half, and won by double digits. All 4 of those teams. You got to beat that Iowa team last night. But I mean, credit to Iowa. They made the plays that mattered at the end. And so let's go back to that end. Todd Golden said the plan was to foul to avoid a 3 and extend the game. How did it all unravel? Down 1 with 4.5 seconds to go. After not fouling, we know how the game ends. Xavier Lee, their top scorer in the backcourt, had a full head of steam, blitzed up the floor, got all the way to the rim, and didn't even get a shot up. What happened there? Shoot that ball, man. He had a shoulder. He could have got it. And by the way, they're blowing the whistles again like they're lifeguards.
Once he made that decision to go in that deep, and then go in there,
that's right.
You got to put the ball in there.
There's no passing.
None.
You can't pass. You got 4.5 seconds. You got to know. Look, I said it. It's why. Look, it was a difficult situation. They didn't have the clock running down and get something off. But I said the season was going to end with the ball in the Gator backcourt. It's hands. Last year, that backcourt hit every single shot. Well, this year, they didn't get the shot up. And you got 2 options. You got to have 2 options in your head. One is you drive it down and boom, you stop right around that 3-point line. You put up a 3 and you live with it. And if you're not going to do that, if you're driving, there is no second option. You got to get the shot up, man. Anyway, before that, Florida had a 2-point lead, 8.9 seconds to go. Golden said after the game that they were going to send Iowa to the free throw line. That sounds unconventional. I mean, I get some logic behind it. I hope that he's being genuine when he says that and not just, after the fact as a rationalization. They figure if they foul, then the best Iowa can do is make 2 free throws. And if Florida then, with the ball and the game tied, if they lose, they go to overtime. If they miss, they go to overtime. If they miss, they don't lose, as they did. But as soon as the Iowa play began, Florida's defense crumbled. Flan needed to prevent that Sturts catch. You got to step behind him, and then there was a screen set near the foul line. Lee froze. He was the guy that got picked. He froze instead of jumping out on Sturts. Flan tries to knock the ball away. Sturt's off to the races. They got numbers, down 2. And that guy, Folgaris, who had gotten into it with Alex Condon earlier in the game, I thought Florida overreacted, man. I thought that was kind of sissy. Give it a second. Let's see what the play really looks like. There was an angle where it looks like the guy punched Condon in the face. The truth was he never did any such thing. And Condon's pulling him to the ground was every bit as aggressive as what happened once they were on the ground. Now, again, that's where the video can be deceiving. From behind, it looks like he's throwing a punch at him. He never got anywhere near throwing a punch. He was throwing his hand down on the onto the basketball. But anyway, that guy hit the shot late. And Iowa talked about it after the game. Yeah, we wanted it more. That's right. We're the tough guys. You want to come play big man basketball? We're here. We're not going anywhere. But anyway, after Florida doesn't foul, they let the guard get in front of the pack, and he dishes it out to the right corner. Now, Folgera was supposed to be guarded by Alex Condon, but he had to step up to prevent an easy run to the rim for Sturts. But here's the point. Here's what I'm not buying. If your plan was to foul, then once he got by you, why doesn't Thomas Houck just come up and foul him? What do you mean your plan was to foul? Why didn't you foul him right there instead of going and staying in no man's land and then going and trying to defend that 3? Once he crossed half court, Florida's got 2 defenders. Force yourself to him. Anyway, nothing played out as they wished it would have. Football Fix, when we return. You are listening to The Drill. It's a next-gen roofing Monday.
The Drill.
From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
This is your VSIN Action Update. Brought to you by Duck Duck Rooter Plumbing, Septic, and Air Conditioning. When you're stuck, call the Duck. Proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Atlanta Braves today, $1.48 favorite against the Pirates in Bradenton at a Grapefruit League matchup. The Braves head north to open up the season Friday against the Royals at Truist Park. And the Rays are $1.30 underdog of the Phillies in Clearwater today. Phillies $1.55 favorite. The Rays will open up the season at St. Louis on Thursday. Iowa Hawkeyes as a 10.5-point underdog, upset top-seeded Florida 73-72 to end the season for the Gators in the second round of the NCAA tournament. Iowa advances to the Sweet 16 to meet Nebraska. Progressive helping veterans drive their lives forward. More info, keysofprogress.com. With your action update, Mike Sennett, 1010XL.
Mike Dempsey here for Big Number 1 Duval Ford. Did you know that Duval Ford offers a mobile service that comes to you at home or at work? Get oil changes, filters, battery replacement, recalls, and more with no extra fees. Same dealership quality delivered. Easy online scheduling with live technician tracking. Also available for fleets and commercial. On-site service at your convenience. Contactless payments and paperless invoicing. Serving Jacksonville and surrounding areas, Duval Ford. Schedule your next service at DuvalFord.com.
This is Jeff Middlecoff with Cogent Bank. My associate Ryan Salem and I joined Cogent Bank because we wanted to revolutionize the mortgage business, just like Cogent Bank has revolutionized the banking business. So Ryan Salem and I are able to leverage the power and stability of Cogent Bank to go out and find our clients the best investors, the best products, and the best rates in the entire country for your particular mortgage loan. Of course, you don't have to be a customer at Cogent Bank to take advantage of our mortgage services to buy or refinance your home. We offer jumbo loans, VA, FHA, conventional and investment loans. At Cogent Bank, we offer mortgages nationwide, so we can help you with a second home or help a family member who lives or is moving to another state. Call Ryan Salem or myself, Jeff Middlecoff, at Cogent Bank today, 904-442-9191, to see how we can help you with any of your mortgage loan needs, whatever or wherever they may be.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, Cogent Bank, NMLS ID 402296, Ryan Salem, NMLS ID 1182429, Jeff Middlecoff, NMLS ID 249086.
Insurance companies have teams of lawyers working to protect their bottom line. I'm Chris Campione of Campione Law, and you deserve someone just as focused on protecting your bottom line. We go head-to-head with insurance companies every day, and they know our name. Giving you peace of mind and delivering results is our job. With no fees unless we win, there's no risk to get the help you need. Visit CampioneLaw.com. Offices, Jacksonville and St. Augustine.
Count on Campione, Campione Law.
The action is heating up at Best Bet Jacksonville in April. The $500 buy-in, $100,000 guaranteed no-limit hold'em tournament is back with 4 starting flights April 10th and 11th, all leading to the final day on April 12th, live streamed on Best Bet Live. Do you want another chance at big money? Don't miss the second chance $300 no-limit hold'em tournament, $30,000 guarantee at 2 p.m. on April 12th. See all the details at bestbetjacks.com. That's bestbetjacks.com.
Frank Frangie here, and Big Chief Tire makes it easier than ever to get the tires you need with the Big Chief credit card. No annual fee, low monthly payments, and great promotional financing. Plus, you get free flat repairs and rotations, and right now, $50 off your first purchase when you sign up. I love how simple they make everything. Visit WeKeepJacksRollin.com to apply for the credit card and get the tires you need today. That's Big Chief Tire.
Bueller. Stay cooler with Bueller.
Hey, pal.
Stand back, Jason. I'm gonna
Sneeze? Yeah, I saw that coming.
It's all this spring pollen, Jason. It's outside and it's inside my house, and I just can't stop. I can't stop.
Sneezing? Okay, let me help you with that.
How can you help?
At Bueller Air and Plumbing, we can improve your indoor air quality with air purifiers, UV lights, and filtration systems. Every new system we install includes high-efficiency 4-inch filters that work better and last longer, even if you forget to change them.
Wow, that's amazing. It's amazing.
Life can get pretty dusty sometimes. If you spend all day, you could miss it.
Stay cooler with Bueller.
Visit BuellerAir.com.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Focused, fueled, fearless, Farah.
This is how out of sorts I am, me.
Hey, bro.
I thought it was already time for the Hicken arrival. I just deflated here. All right. From the Texan Design by Lifetime Enclosures, told you about that Shohei Ohtani jersey, $1.5 million, man. Try to imagine having that kind of money from the Texan Design by Lifetime Enclosures. We have a speed trap in play this morning. You see one, you get it to us, and we get the word out. We're saving you one ticket at a time. Endorsed, by the way. Is the idea of the speed trap to keep the speeds down? We just give you a little heads up. All right, 295 West Beltway, southbound near Blanding. Man, I had to go over that bridge this weekend a couple of times. They had construction going on there, coming on this side.
Ooh, I saw it.
Man, can't we do that like 2 o'clock in the morning on a Tuesday? We got to do that Saturday afternoon? Is that an emergency, or are we planning it that way,
I
ET?
purposely left the house a little bit early this morning just in case it's still going to be there today, man. That bug, man.
I think it'd be a real mistake to be too harsh in our judgment of the Florida Gators this morning, or Xavier Lee, or anyone else. The sad part for Lee is I thought one of his better games. Hit 2 or 3 threes, penetrated. That's just awful decision laid. And Florida, if your goal indeed with 8.9 seconds was to foul, that's a pretty easy assignment. You know, Todd Golden says the idea was to foul, make him go to the line, unconventional as it may be. Well, if you can't pull that off, if the goal is to foul, foul. Foul him on the inbounds. Hold it, grab his shirt. Foul. If you're supposed to foul. It's strange that you have one goal on the final possession, foul them, and they get a 3 to win. E-Fire at the band. We got a football fix. How did bad teams get bad and stay bad? Take a look at their salary cap and dead money and players that are playing for other teams that they're paying for. The Dolphins have been bad and won a playoff game since the early 2000s. We know the story of all the dead money that they're paying. It's like $200 million. There are others. Cardinals are paying Kyler Murray an awful lot of money to play for the Minnesota Vikings. And they're the Jets. There are the Jets. who went and got Geno. He may be a part of the dead money next year, depending on how much they paid him. But paying a combined this year, 2026, they'll pay $48 million for Aaron Rodgers and Justin Fields to not be on the team. Yeah, how not to run a franchise. By the way, it's a little snippet that didn't get asked a follow-up question in Carolina, so maybe we can get this answer over the course of the offseason. But in Devin Lloyd's introductory press conference in Charlotte, did you notice one thing that he said?
His development came a lot from Campanile.
He said that.
Yeah.
But he also said in the middle of there that there was an offer on the table from Jacksonville.
Oh, yeah.
Well, what is that? What is that? You know, again, you're Carolina. I don't care. Whatever. Let's talk about the Panthers.
Right.
But I wonder, even if he would have shared what that offer were, but I'm assuming the offer was less than the 3 years, $15 million a year, or he would still be here, I would imagine. Or maybe there's just, listen, these are proud, good athletes and football players, and when a team doesn't pick up your fifth-year option, I don't know if you get in your feelings at all about that, and if it's a close one way or the other, or if that would have been mitigated. But it was interesting just to hear Devin Lloyd, as an offshoot, say that there was an offer on the table here. Maybe we find out what that is. So Tom Brady's a sports story because he went out and played a flag football game this weekend? I mean, is it a legitimate sports headline? Tom Brady shines, but Team USA dominates flag football.
He did look good throwing the ball.
Sure he did. What would you think he would? He's not 100. My man, fifth-year options have never been so easy as they were for Seattle this weekend with Jackson Smith and Jigba and cornerback Devon Witherspoon. What a draft that is, huh? Get those two dudes who are, main cogs on both sides of the ball in what ended up being a Super Bowl winning season. That's Football Fix. You're welcome. It's brought to you by the home course, the Jointon Creek Golf Club. March Madness turned March Sadness. It's a next-gen roofing Monday. Hick and Arrival and more come your way next on The Drill.
The Drill at the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
I'm Martin Truex Jr.
Martin Truex wins the Coca-Cola 600.
And you're listening to 1010XL, Jack Sports Radio.
I'm Frank Frangie. Life-changing is an understatement for the 180 I've seen with my daughter Amber. She's now lost over 100 pounds with Awaken 180 in just 9 months. A true 180. Not just on the scale either, in her energy, her confidence, the way she lives. And what I love about Awaken 180 is we knew it would work. It wasn't a hope. It wasn't a guess that maybe it'll work. Amber started the programming knowing this was going to be her solution. Now, you've heard stories from our hosts and clients and probably people you know personally who've reclaimed their life thanks to Awaken 180. It works for the person who needs to lose 25 pounds. It worked for Matt Hayes, who wanted to lose 40. It worked for Hacker, who's lost more than 120 pounds. And it's worked for Amber, who's well over 100. That's why I believe in it. Whatever your scale number is, call the number that will work for you. 844-346-1800 or online at awaken180weightloss.com. Once again, that number is 844-346-1800, or you can reach them online at awaken180weightloss.com.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking mumbo-jumbo. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices. I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from high heels to wagon wheels. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
If you can't wait for kickoff, tip-off, or the first pitch, get your Gator fix anytime with a Gator podcast channel. Exclusive Florida Gator content from 1010XL. Set up by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists on the video and social channels of 1010XL.
Homeowners, you taking a look at your lawn yet? Let me guess. You're looking at your lawn wondering what to do after a historically cold season. Well, if you want your lawn to bounce back quick, you gotta call topdressing.com. Nobody else can do what they do. Their proprietary process. I've never seen anything like it, and neither will your neighbors. They will have your lawn looking like a golf course. Nobody else can do it. They're no secret now, so get ahead of it. Call for a free estimate. Be the envy of your neighbors. Top dress your lawn like the pros with topdressing.com.
WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Mike Dempsey. If you're thinking about a bathroom upgrade, maybe turning that old tub into a safer walk-in shower, check out 5 Star Bath Solutions. I shopped around, talked to several companies, and I chose 5 Star because their customer service was simply incredible. Responsive, honest, upfront about the entire project, and their pricing was even better than expected. When you're ready for a fresh look, better comfort, and a bathroom space you'll love using every day, schedule your free consultation at 5starbathsolutions.com and get the 5-star experience.
Get a healthy start in 2026. The Florida Department of Health in Duval County is here to help you get healthy and stay healthy all year long. Our dedicated team is committed to providing high-quality care and trusted public health services for our community. Our mission is simple: to protect, promote, and improve the health of you and your family. Learn more about our programs and services by visiting duval.floridahealth.gov.
The moon, the wall, and beyond celebrate 2 of the most iconic albums in rock history. Pink Floyd's The Dark Side of the Moon and The Wall, a breathtaking show that captures the spirit, sound, and spectacle. Brit Floyd, Saturday, March 28th. See Brit Floyd. Tickets on sale now at floridatheater.com.
Everybody, Mike Dempsey here, and the cooler weather is upon us. Folks, it's the perfect time to try the new breakfast sandwich from Dandy Foods. A hearty one, too. A twin-pack cinnamon swirl and country sausage. You get the sweet first, then the salty kicks in, and trust me, they are addicting. And you'll find them all at daily stores around town. So the next time you're out and about, stop and get all that deliciousness in less than a minute from Dandy. Just one more reason to go out and make yours a dandy, and do it today.
Here's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update, sponsored by USA Park Airport Parking. Duval, March Madness got wild. Top-seeded Florida is out. Iowa shocked the defending champs in a nail-biter on a dagger 3 with 4.5 seconds left. Vanderbilt's Pro Day got interesting. It drew 31 NFL teams. Only Jacksonville didn't attend. Under GM James Gladstone, the Jaguars continue their low-profile scouting approach. That's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update. I'm Sam Nelson.
Currently it's 7:03 and it's 62 degrees. Your time and your temp is brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller. Stay tuned for the Dan Hicken arrival and more next right here on 1010XL at 92.5 FM.
XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Still present, ready. Farah doesn't flinch. Ladies and gents, please put your hands together as Dan Hicken enters the studio.
It's like a spring version of Hello Darkness, My Old Friends.
Yeah.
That's what I feel like.
Felt like the Jags, it did. That was a very, very similar feeling.
Grinded in there last night and got it taken to us by Iowa. Damn you. Damn you, Hawkeyes. Damn you, Middle America. Damn you, corn. Damn you, black and gold. In our house, Gainesville South. What a disappointing ending. At least get to the Sweet 16.
I'm done with Tampa. I think last time we were there, they blew out Sam Houston and lost to Michigan State in Tampa.
It over.
Yeah, they gone.
It's quick and it's painful.
Yeah.
I talking to the boys last night. I'm blaming them for, no big game Dan down there. That's kind of on me. I was invited to go.
Fair.
I didn't think we needed me, and
boy, I did.
Apparently we did.
I was never. I didn't like the game the whole time. I mean, pregame, I was nervous. I was nervous about this team and their ability to put 6 together.
Well, it's disappointing, and
for sure.
I thought we were going to steal it. Iowa outplayed, and Iowa deserved to win.
Yeah,
for sure.
It had Vandy vibes, similar.
But we had 2 different 2-possession leads with under 5 to go. Twice we had 2-possession leads. In other words, at least 4. It was either 4 or 5. I can't remember. And then I think about our last 4 possessions to the game. If you think back to it, we were up 71-68, had the ball. It was about a minute to go. And As always, Boogie boogied the ball out of bounds. And they reviewed it, and
I didn't like that call,
Iowa.
but I can see how if you break it down frame by frame. But forever in basketball, if you drive the lane and they slap it, unless it goes off your knee, it's out on them.
Yeah.
Whatever.
But anyway, Iowa gets it.
Scored immediately.
Their guy makes that floater, who, by the way, what was he, 1 for 9?
Boogie did a great job.
The three-point shooter.
0 for 9 from 3.
0 for 9.
Third leading scorer in the Big Ten.
Everything.
So Boogie's offensive night, put it aside. He locked that guy down.
And this is why you can't blame the guards. Listen, I was 145th in the country in rebounding. We're number 1, and they tied us.
Yeah.
That's disgraceful. Yeah. My man Rubes
0
had
and
a
1.
bad game.
Yeah. And foul trouble, too. The refs blew the whistle like they're lifeguards
I
in
didn't
Jaws.
need that either, but that's the game.
Yes,
There's always a game like that.
That's right. You got 4 big guys.
It. That's right. So they make a floater. Then Isaiah Brown, I knew he wasn't going to make them both. I knew it. Too big of a moment. Clangs the first one, makes the second. We're up 2.
I knew they were going to hit that 3.
Oh, before that, after Sturtz made the floater,
Lee had a great drive.
Tommy misses 2 threes, 2 bombs he's throwing up there. And, bro, he didn't play well.
No.
He was
2 for 8 from 3.
He was gone in the first half. Now, he helped fuel the comeback.
He did.
The only
8-point stretch.
Thing I'm proud – listen, I love the team. Good guys. But the thing I'm most proud about is down 12, we fought back. And that's a hard team because they'll sit there at the top of the key and wait every single second. So I was proud of the comeback. But we had them, and we let them off the hook. So you miss 2 threes. Ball goes off. Isaiah Brown makes 1 free throw. They hit the 3, and then that's it. Game over. Xavier Lee's the last possession. Xavier Lee, you got to shoot it. You got to shoot it.
You don't have time to do anything other than shoot it.
Last year, Houston, it ended with Houston not shooting.
Yeah.
This year, our run
and last year's Gators, and again, I'm not comparing. One dude was one of the all-time clutch performances,
Right.
but last year in that game, Walter Clayton either pulls up and hits the 3 or gets fouled, and then the back court, while they had especially Lee had a good offensive game. Shame for him is he had a good night. Hit 3 threes, had 17 points.
Xavier Lee played good last night. I don't have a problem with the guards last night. Now, I put my attention to, and I also put my attention to Todd Golden. There was no need to press with 8.9 to go. No need, especially when maybe they're not used to it. But man, Boogie played such good defense, and I mean, Sturtz gave him one. I watched it a million times. Sturtz is on this side of the court. He takes one step, and Boogie overplays. Well, foul somebody else immediately.
No, here's the problem.
We're going to foul. If we're take the guy who's covering the inbounds guy and put him back there.
I hate to, but this is my suspicious nature here. I'm a little bit cynical here. Why is my BS meter going off on the plan was to foul?
Yeah.
Why is it going on? Because here's why. If the plan is to foul, why are you pressing?
Yeah.
If the plan is to foul, you play half-court defense, let him chew up 4 seconds dribbling, and then foul him.
Sure.
So I'm not. It bothers me a little bit.
You don't want him to chew up 4 seconds, so you want to have.
Yeah, well, you don't. Okay, well, let him inbound it.
Yeah.
Don't put yourself in a position.
I'm not real big on fouling up 2 either.
I'm not either. I would have done it. But don't give up a 3. Those are 2 different things. You can't give up a 3. I don't care. Let him drive to the hoop.
Once Sturtz got the ball, basically it's a 3-on-2.
Yeah.
Houck made the wrong decision.
Yeah.
Because he still got a wide open 3.
Yeah.
Look, so Houck
they should have fouled him.
Boogie
was too
screwed
late.
up. Lee screwed up on a team that's played such good defense.
Yeah.
Now listen, it's split second stuff. I mean, it's tough
for sure. But if the goal, I will say this: it might be the biggest strategic failure of the entire season. Think about it in these terms: if your goal was to foul, it's hard to believe that you can't pull that one off.
Right.
And so that's just a monumental failure.
And obviously, your goal is to not foul the Sturtz kid because he can.
Well. Yeah.
Anyway, it is what it is. It's over. A lot of mistakes, a lot of blame to go around. The national champion, and this again shows how hard and makes you appreciate the Gators going back to back. Gators go out round of 32. UConn went out last year round of 32 after they went and repeated. Kansas went out in the round of 32. Baylor went out in the round of 32. Villanova went out in the round of 32. North Carolina went out in the round of 32. Villanova went out in the round of 32.
I think the only difference
in the last 10 years.
I'd be curious to see. I can't know for sure. I do know that UConn last year was an 8 or a 9. I doubt many of those teams were a number 1 seed. That's a little different. You know, a lot of times you win it, you come back the next year, you're replacing a lot, and you're a 5 seed or a 3 or a 6. but this is a number 1 seed. Let's make no bones about it.
This gave a little bit of madness to March, but don't be swayed. It's over. The Cinderella crap is over.
None left.
Since the field expanded to 64 in 1985, only 2 times has the Sweet 16 had all power conferences. This year and last year.
Yeah.
It's over.
Well,
Cinderella is dead.
They can still get you in round 1, round 2, but the modern day Cinderella is Iowa.
Yeah, George Mason ain't going to the Final Four.
Texas, now you're a Cinderella if they just put a double-digit seed on you.
And do not call Texas Cinderella.
I know. I'm just saying that's what they are.
That's a joke. I mean, they got more money than more.
It's very surprising, only because it means that, it was a deep, good league, and Florida dominated. It's surprising 4 teams from the SEC are alive. 4 teams, by the way, you went 4-0 against, and most of them were 20-point shellackings.
Oh, yeah, but you also lost to UConn and Duke and Arizona.
But not and Iowa, though. I'm comparing Iowa to what, it's surprising you got 4 left, and Florida is out.
No, again, and I say all this, moaning and groaning as a Gator fan, also understanding, again, I will say, and I said it earlier, give Iowa credit, man.
Yeah,
Iowa,
for sure.
Iowa took
it to them.
Ironically, and a lot of Jag fans, I was surprised by this, asking the young Jag fans, Tavian Banks?
They don't remember him?
They don't remember him.
Yeah.
Do you remember Tavian Banks?
Oh, yeah, blonde-haired running back.
Yeah. Tavian Banks played running back. He was from Iowa, and this was Tavion Banks.
You're right.
But same name. And Tavian Banks, our running back, he got in a car wreck and blew his knee out.
His knee or something. Yeah.
I think he flipped on the Main Street Bridge, if I'm not mistaken. But anyway, kind of cut short his career. He had some talent.
Yeah, there was some.
But
some
Tavion Banks, that guy, he took it, especially in the first half, man. He would go right to the hole. He'd initiate contact. I would play physical. And it kind of caught Florida by surprise, and we could not make a basket in the first half up close. The ball would go in, roll around, roll out, roll in. Everything they put up went in. And nonetheless, I'm sitting there going, all right, we caught them. We're okay. But then they come out and go like 6 of 6 to start the second
another
half.
12-point
Got up to 12, and I was like, holy cow.
This is Vandy all over again. It had Vandy vibes to me from the get-go. They took it to him that way. You could also, if you remember back, in some ways, the Gators season ended just like it started.
Yeah.
Florida opened against Arizona. They didn't out-rebound them, and there was an undersized big man. Now, he was a freshman, Koa Pete, who kind of did the Tavion Banks thing. He went inside on Florida, and he scored on Chinyelu and Condon. And so Banks was able to do that last night. He led Iowa 20 points. He added 6 rebounds, and when you only have 27, and by the way, Florida also only had 27, 6 is a lot. I didn't, and again, this goes both ways. I don't think it was a necessarily poorly officiated game. I thought it was an overly officiated game. Both ways. Too many touch calls. Guys fall down in the lane, and they're both sides. They're whistling both sides. Let them. That didn't help Florida.
No.
That their guys are big guys. Chinyelu had 0-1 because he only played 19 minutes. He's on the bench in foul trouble.
I get it, but in 19 minutes, you got to. The nation's leading rebounder's got to get more than 1.
That's your guy, but it's too soon for me to blame you for that one.
Iowa beat Florida. Florida State beat Xavier. That was a 9-1. An 18-13. Wichita State beat Gonzaga. 9-1. Northern Iowa beat Kansas. 9-1. In 04, UAB beat Kentucky. 9-1. 94, BC beat North Carolina. 92, UTEP beat Kansas. 81, St. Joe's beat DePaul. And in 79, Penn beat North Carolina. Those are 9s over 1s.
Yeah.
The 1s are mostly blue bloods. Kansas, Kentucky, North Carolina.
I don't remember if UConn was an 8 or a 9 last year, but Florida was very, very
They must have been an 8.
They were on the edge last year in that game.
Yeah.
Florida trailed at half 3 times last year in the tournament. So
they finished.
But we knew it. We knew there was not going to be a magic Houdini. They were going to have to win games solidly, be up 10 in the final moments. The magic that backcourt gave them last year, it wasn't going to materialize. And but by the way, don't be too harsh. Not you. Don't be harsh in your judgment of Golden and the Gators. They had a terrific year coming off of a national title year.
They won the SEC regular season.
Yeah, they were a top seed. They lost by a point on a last-second three-pointer, the quintessential March Madness moment. It happens.
It happens. Hadn't happened to the Gators since...
No, we've been on the other side of that. Now we feel what it's like to be that team that watches the other one hit.
And listen, again, there was some lady luck that shined on Florida last year, for sure. So it is what it is. But then in the big picture, you sit there and you go, okay, Todd Golden, 4 out of 5 years, can't get out of the first round.
Well, Billy went through that. Yeah, Billy went through that.
So it's good that he won the Natty last year. And by the way, Bill Self is going through that at Kansas right now.
Mark Pope, they're after. Hubert Davis is probably not going to survive North Carolina.
I think it's just a lesson in how extremely hard it is and how you have games that are close, and it happens every year. And this was the case. Florida was going to Houston where they would have had to play and this is why. But with all that said, basically a home game,
and then
basically down the road, basically
overmatched your 11-point favorites,
145th in rebounding against your number one team. You got beat. You got out physical. Yeah. They took it to you, and they beat you. And you did the things that you wanted to do. You shut down the Sturts kid. You know, a lot of things that you sort of planned. You did. The guards didn't play. It wasn't a game where, oh God, we can't hit a three. We hit 1 out of 3 threes. They said, if you hit 1 out of 3 threes, we'll win. And they didn't. They didn't win. The defense was not great.
I thought that Todd Golden stealed, and this is the right verb tense, stealed the resolve of Iowa when he overreacted too quickly to what happened in that skirmish, and it ended up being a bad look.
Yeah.
We looked like a bunch of crybaby sissies before the facts came in, and the facts were that kid never threw a punch at Condon. There was never an intent to punch Condon, and Golden got all in his feelings.
Well,
and
even
the Iowa coach referenced it. You don't see that very often. These guys got all sensitive over there, but that was just the basketball play. And again, and I get it. That first video looks like he's trying to hit him in the face, but then you look from the side. That was never even his intent. So that was a bad look, and I think that
only one man knows the intent, Jeffrey, and that's the young man who threw the punch, should have been ejected, and would have never made the three. But I didn't say that. Our Dream Finders Homes poll question of the day, brought to you by our friends at Dream Finders Home. For this point, the official home builder of the Florida Gators. Go to dreamfindershomes.com. Check them out. Beautiful homes. They're just so lovely, and the interest rate packages make them affordable. And they're all over Jacksonville. 15, I think, different locations.
15 of them things.
Just like
we back on Taylor Swift and Axis.
Why? Thought we were off that.
Yeah, we back on it now.
Lady Love, we got a wedding.
Yeah, when the wedding comes in.
We had a 15 on Friday that we were going to refer to. You can't remember what it was.
I was trying to remember all weekend what it was.
Yeah, we had a 15. And
you remember what it was?
Of course not. Gator Hoop season comes to an end. Where does the blame go? Golden, bad D at the end. Houck missed threes at the end and bad first half. Boogie, turnover and awful D at the end. He just let Sturt get the ball, or just give Iowa credit.
I'm going 4.
Yeah.
I'm going just give Iowa credit. It's a back and forth game. They had a 3-pointer in the last second.
Yeah.
My biggest, I would put it on Golden outside of that from this standpoint. If you told your guys to foul and they didn't foul, that's awful. There's 8.5 seconds, and you can't do the one thing you try and avoid the whole game.
Yeah.
Fouling in a game, by the way, where the refs blew the whistle if they saw someone they knew in the stands. The foul calls were incredible.
51% say give Iowa credit.
Yeah.
37% have Golden, and then small percentages with Boogie and Houck. That's your Dream Finders Homes poll question. We do it each and every day here on The Drill. We're just getting going. A lot to do, a lot to discuss, a lot of other things happen in sports this weekend. I'm done with March Madness. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of the way. I'm out. I probably won't watch. I don't give a damn. I'm over.
You ain't been tracking the brackets?
I'm not tracking. You guys can track them. I ain't tracking them.
I got no interest in them.
I'll say this. I'm Gator born and I'm Gator bred. I'll be a Gator when I'm dead. And I'm proud that I rode them to the end, even though they broke me.
You did.
But you, can GTH.
What's up, man? What's up? What happened?
Don't call me after a Gator loss.
What happened?
I got no time for you and your nonsense.
What nonsense?
Under the premise that you cared about me.
I was just checking.
What do you think I'm going to do? Jump off the bridge?
No, I was just. It was a nice day. I wanted to check on you. Wanted to know if you were doing TV.
Yeah. Bad boys. Our bad boys. Bromance is taking some hits of late.
Well, I'm just saying,
your BS golf ruling. Your
that's another thing.
Yeah.
So Jeff, I'm minding my business Friday night.
Okay.
Minding my business now, watching TV by my lonesome.
Yeah.
I'm going through it because Sienna put Duke on the ropes.
Yeah.
And then a gray-haired man calls my cellular device. I answer it. I know what he's calling for, but I answer it. And I'm just taking it. Left hook, left foot, uppercut. Left foot, roundhouse.
Not exactly how it went.
Oh,
This
you was giving me the business.
Roundhouse, he said.
Roundhouse.
I believe I told you you'll be just fine.
You did end the call like
Yes.
that. And then, so I was calling you yesterday after the game.
After the game.
I was going to tell you, you'll be okay.
Yeah.
I would have
How's
ended it
that?
with you would be okay.
How am I going to be okay?
You'll be all right, bro. Y'all just won the national championship last year. But back to the ruling, though, Jeff. He tried to pull some stuff.
There's no pull.
He tried to.
There's no pull. I know where.
Who set him straight?
I did.
You did? You stood up.
So
I didn't respect your ruling. I then went to Captain Kevin.
And he agreed with my ruling.
I don't know that he did.
He agreed.
What is going on?
He had a player that withdrew.
You know what? I don't even want to. I don't want to get. I got enough irons in the fire. Y'all handle this one, and we'll move on.
I'll handle this by telling everybody that my golfer won.
You did.
So middle finger to my 3 compatriots in Brunch with the Tour.
A lot of golf left.
Who chose not to even call me and tell me on Wednesday. Hey, by the way, one of you guys pulled out. If you want to pick,
who did that?
Yeah, okay.
First of all, I hadn't. If you think, first of all, I had no idea your guy fell out.
Me neither.
I'm just gonna say I want it all to be remembered because when it happens to one of y'all,
well, that's fine. Understand.
So you remember.
Understand if I had known that your golfer withdrew, I would have let you know. So the fact, but I didn't know that your golfer withdrew, so be it.
Yeah,
I had no idea. I don't even know who your golfers were, boss.
I didn't know.
I don't know who anybody's golfers were.
He knew.
He probably knew.
He knew.
It's maybe Stewie. I had no idea. Like none. I thought in fact, on that text, I thought they were still referencing the Morikawa the week before.
That's okay. Matty Fitz.
Got him. What did he get? About 20 grand for winning that thing? What'd you get? Was it a big check?
1.6.
We'll
take it.
He's pulling away. It's like Iowa did last night.
This is the drill.
Ouch.
The drill.
From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
You're exactly the kind of hero the world needs. At the end of the day, it comes down to the same question I've been asking my wife every Friday night for the last 20 years. Do you want some of this?
1010XL.
Hey, you can hear when it comes to trucks. The only name you need to know is George Moore Chevrolet. Right now, our showroom in off Atlantic Boulevard is loaded with the toughest, strongest, hardest working Chevy trucks around. Silverado after Silverado, ready to work or play just as hard as you do. And listen, I don't just talk about them. Ooh, man. I'm a customer. Not one, but 2 George Moore Chevrolet trucks. And I love them. They've earned every mile, every job, every weekend. Power, you better believe it. Dependability, always. And style, you see my boy Blue. If it's a truck you want, it's George Moore Chevrolet you need. Stop by Atlantic Boulevard today and see why truck people keep on coming back for more at George Moore Chevrolet. Together! That's right.
My Gate Rewards members, this deal is just for you. Right now, grab any 2 12-ounce Red Bulls and get 2 of your favorite roller grill items for just $1. When you need a boost, Gates got you. See store for details.
Here's hoping for a raise the roof football season. And here's knowing Next Gen Roofing is up for any job. Game day or storm season, you need a team you can trust. And you know what? You don't need a glitzy roofing company. No shortcuts, no gimmicks, no nonsense. Solid roofs at competitive prices and a commitment to the First Coast community. Right now, save up to $300 on your next roof replacement. When you need a roof, you need Next Gen Roofing. Team with you, it's a win every time.
If you love the Jags, if you crave the NFL, we make a show for you. It's Jaguars Today with experts and insiders. Locked down by Renewal by Anderson Custom Windows and Doors. 10 to noon weekdays on 1010XL.
DivorceMenOnly.com. This is Kenny Lay of Kenny Lay & Associates. Our firm specializes in representing men in family law. That's all we do. That's our only focus. We can help with all of your family law needs, such as divorce, custody, alimony, and child support. For over a decade, we have helped thousands of men with these types of issues. We even have an appellate division ready to challenge a judge's ruling. If you need a family law attorney, go to DivorceMenOnly.com. DivorceMenOnly.com. Offices, Jacksonville.
Frank Frangie here for Coil Fencing. Since 1927, Jacksonville has trusted Coil Fencing to protect what matters. And I trust them too. From tough chain link to your commercial project to sleek aluminum fencing your HOA will love, Coil does it all. Did you know that Coil can also install, service, and maintain those automatic gates that help protect your neighborhood or business? To schedule a complimentary consultation, visit CoilJacks.com. That's COYLE Jacks.com. Coil Fencing, A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau, proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
price of gold is soaring and the price of silver is near record highs. If you got gold or silver just laying around, Estates Roadshow wants it. Broken chains, old rings, coins, watches, diamonds, vintage jewelry. If it's valuable, they're buying it. No appointment needed, just walk in. Get a free appraisal and walk out with cash. They're also buying pre-1964 silver coins, flatware, sterling silverware stamped 925. They're buying coin collections, gold, silver, foreign, and domestic. Plus, they've been in business over 35 years with thousands of happy customers. Licensed, bonded, state-certified scales, highest tech equipment, employees with GIA certification. The Estates Roadshow is happening in St. Augustine at World Golf Renaissance, Sunday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. For more info, call Marshall at 609-781-6559 or go to estatesroadshow.com and follow Estates Roadshow on Facebook to see all upcoming events.
The best value for golf in Jacksonville remains Cimarron, totally reestablished with new tee boxes, improved fairways and greens, also a brand new restaurant with indoor and outdoor settings, and live music. Join the Wild One loyalty program online at Cimarron Golf. When's the last time you played Cimarron? Cimarron Golf Club on 210, the Wild One.
Pickett here. We got a flash sale, baby. Be the household hero and book now. Call 287-5727. Flash sale this week only for 15% off all cleaning from Zero Res. Zero Res, spell it backwards or forwards. It's the right way to clean.
1010XL, presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's game time, Farah doesn't flinch. And now, let's light up the Firehouse Subs 10-minute drill.
Yeah! Sports concepts and rationalizations. We call it the 10-minute drill. At the end of the drill, we like to hand out a prize pack. E, do you have some razzle-dazzle this week?
Oh, I got some razzle-dazzle, man. I got a pair of tickets to go see the one, the only, Buddy Guy.
Buddy Guy's back!
Live at the St. Augustine Amp. And
Heck yeah!
That's going down August 22nd. Get your tickets now at theamp.com, but one lucky winner can win a pair of tickets to go see Buddy Guy.
I also forgot to tell the listener, because there's no camera on you, tell everybody what you're sporting today there.
Oh, I got on some sweats.
Yeah.
I got on some blue Jordan 12s.
Yeah.
And I got a matching coat.
Uh-huh.
It's a Duke windbreaker.
A Duke windbreaker.
Duke. Nike. I thought, originally I put this on in support of you because I thought the D stand for Dan.
Is that what it was?
Dan.
Uh-huh.
But no, it's Duke.
You were trying to support me?
Duke. Yeah, just making sure your mentals are straight.
You just, my mentals are not straight. You just found out it's Duke?
Yeah, I found this in my closet. Oh, this is nice. It might be a little nippy out there.
Nippy, it's like 85 today.
I didn't know.
Yeah.
You know how to culture check the weather? We go outside.
Is that how we do it?
Don't you look at the
Culture
phone.
doesn't like Duke either.
Culture does
All of a sudden,
like Duke.
you're Mr. Duke.
Culture loves Duke, man.
I'd
Culture
like to
loves
ask
Duke.
the culture about this. I don't think the culture likes Duke.
Culture like Duke, bro.
All right.
He likes Duke.
That's right. And I'm the culture.
Yeah.
You're kind of a front runner, aren't you?
I'm a country club kid, man.
I'm going to ask you a couple of. I'm going to give you a couple names, and I want you to tell me: are they going to be the coach at their respective schools next year? Mark Pope.
Yes.
Hubert Davis.
No.
Bill Self.
I think he might retire.
Yeah.
He's had some major heart procedures and stuff. I mean, I could see him retiring.
It's a couple of things on Kentucky's loss yesterday, especially painful because they jumped out to a lead and looked like they were going to ride that weak sauce win that they had in round one, which should have never occurred, into some sort of Cinderella story. But no, Iowa State stormed back from they were, down all the first half. They finally took a lead at the end of the first and then stormed them. But here was the surprising stat out of that. Kentucky ended up losing by 19. Biggest loss in tournament history for Kentucky.
Yeah.
That's amazing because they go every year now.
Right.
So it's like some year you'd run into a buzzsaw and they would just absolutely throttle you. But that 19-pointer, and that doesn't sit well with Big Blue after Kentucky was beaten 3 times by Florida this year after they again failed to win the SEC regular or postseason. I will say this. I think I tend to agree. I think Pope's back. I think they like him. I think they want him to win. I think he's got good culture. But you got to win games, man.
Yeah, they made a mistake with the kid they stole from Arizona State. They gave him a boatload, and he basically scored
He got
2
injured,
points.
though, right?
I don't know.
Yeah, I
didn't
think he
wanna
was
play and whatever. He's still a lottery pick and acquaintance. Is that his name?
I don't know.
But anyway, it just listen, that when you build it all depends on how you build your team. And like Todd Golden's pretty good at
he's comboing,
developing, and and we'll see. Some guys are good at, signing good classes. Duke gets the best players. They stay it changes. College basketball is year to year, just like college football. You change it up. That's how it works.
I think if you get your finances in order as a college basketball program, we're going to go back to the era where kids stay for 2 or 3 years, because you can pay them as much as they're going to make as a NBA free agent, or it does keep kids from having to make huge mistakes. A lot of kids go to the league right after year one because they have to. They got to get. I don't care if it's G League money. I got to get something. The ability. I wonder how he'll manage this roster. Are Chenulu and Condon even possibilities of returning next year? Is Boogie Flan? What's his plan? Would that require money? And how do you decide who you want to pay versus who's out there you might want to pay? I do know this. While Golden, look, the 8-man rotation is symmetric. He had 4 recruits and 4 transfers. That's what made up the 8. That's probably going to. And by the way, next year I would expect Ingram especially to step up as much as Isaiah Brown did this year. Whether or not Lloyd stays and we'll see. But they're gonna have to have a couple of hits in the portal. That's for sure.
Oh yeah.
Ollie can only take you so far, Dan.
Ollie got a bucket the other night.
Yeah. That kid came when Ollie checked in, and that dude from Prairie View just kind of eyed him up and down like he was seeing.
Is this real?
Yeah, like he was seeing Goliath.
Yeah, that was good.
The look on his face was priceless. You're like a little kid.
Yeah, that was good. That was good.
All right, we are got a lot to get to here today. It's a March Sadness for the Orange and Blue, just dispatched summarily by Iowa last night.
Bad day yesterday for the Gators. Their baseball team got swept by Alabama. They showed no grit out there in Tuscaloosa. Sully lit into them afterwards, which he should. Competitive spirit, sense of urgency. You get no hit Friday. You have a bad outing on Saturday, and then you come back on Sunday and you got a bullpen that's been lights out, get lit up, and you lose 14-7. All of a sudden, you're 3-3, and you're like questioning everything again. And you got to remember, they started 1-11. Then they've got a tough week this week. They got FSU tomorrow night. Will be here, and then they go to Arkansas this weekend. So, who's a good team? But everybody in the SEC sort of bunched up. It's like 4-2 to 1-5.
Baseball opens this week, majors, right?
And we
Thursday?
start, yeah. Oh, yeah.
The Mets are Thursday night game?
Yeah, we get Thursday, I think. We get
day?
Paul Skeens
That'd
in
be
the
good.
opener.
Yeah.
It won't be
Go
good.
Buccos.
I'd rather not play Paul Skeens. So.
Of course not.
Jumbo Shrimp open up this week, too.
Friday.
This weekend?
Yeah, they go Friday at the and shout out to UNF is off to a good ASUN baseball start. So they had a nice weekend. I think they swept Florida Gulf Coast. I think FSU took 2 out of 3 from NC State. So, college baseball up in the middle of it now, and Major League Baseball gets going.
Speaking of baseball, did y'all see what our boy Murph did this past weekend?
No, what did he do?
There was a glow ball.
Yeah, the Cosmic baseball was here.
Murph played?
Murph threw out a pitch, like the ceremonial pitch.
Oh, the first pitch?
Yeah.
Was
Never
that
know
packed?
what Murph's up to.
I heard
we
that,
talked
but
about that with
things
Michael
about it. Yeah.
Corrigan, and I like I said, I saw it on TV. It looks interesting.
Yeah, it looks very
that's
interesting.
for sure.
Did you go to your game yesterday?
I did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How'd our guy do?
So when I got it, it was hot.
Where did you go? What game?
UNF played Florida Gulf Coast. My nephew plays for Florida Gulf Coast.
Okay. Baseball.
Yep, and he was DH and he was designated here. I'm like, oh man, I gotta go because it's my boy. Went. He popped out.
Yep.
All right, Mick, I love you. I'm out of here. I'm out of here. It was too hot out there, man.
Yeah, it did good. It did warm up by the weekend for sure. The season actually opens Wednesday. Yankees Giants.
Yeah.
8:05 on Netflix. So 2 nights from today, and then on Thursday, there's about half a schedule.
Baseball's,
and then we don't get to play till Friday. I hate that. I hate when like half the league plays and you're waiting to open. It hadn't happened yet.
It'll be a little different this year. You're gonna have to look again. I'll just go to my MLB package to watch my Mets, so that it doesn't matter as much like I do with the Knicks. But trying to find them, you're going to go some nights and they're not going to be on because they're going to be on, a Netflix game or a Peacock, or I don't know what they're, Major League Baseball has totally changed its structure, but you're not going to find them on ESPN as much, I don't think. Is that correct? I don't think you'll see it as much on ESPN.
There's a lot of is it Peacock that's bringing back like Monday Night Baseball or I don't know. They try and do these. They tried it in hoops. I still don't know what Peacock's national night is.
Well, I think Sunday night is NBC, but on NBA. But
yeah,
I can't keep track. But a lot going on. We'll catch it up. We'll figure it out as we roll through it. 641-1010. Come kind, come courteous, come correct, and go see a guy.
Buddy Guy, that is, live at the St. Augustine Amp on August 22nd. Get your tickets at theamp.com. But one lucky winner can hit me up right now, 904-641-1010.
The Drill.
From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
Live streaming from the XL Digital Studios. Brightened by Harbor Dental Care, Jacksonville's first choice for dental emergencies.
We went to probably 4 or 5 jewelry stores.
Jacksonville's Mitch Fandel went to the town center looking for an engagement ring, but found the big box corporate jewelry experience wasn't for him.
Nobody was really helping us. One of the stores, some people walked in behind us and they were offered beer and champagne, and I'm wearing shorts and a cutoff, so I don't really look the part. So I was like, well, I guess we'll go somewhere else. I don't know if they think we can afford to shop here or what.
So he went across and discovered locally owned Beards Diamonds.
When I walked in, everybody just said, hey, welcome in. Welcome to Beards.
Mitch loved the service and attention he got at Beards and ended up with a bigger, better quality diamond.
It was about twice the size of what I thought I could afford, and it was also about twice the size of what my wife thought she wanted.
Today, Mitch tells all his friends, shop local, shop Beards.
You're going to get the best deal on the best diamond.
Unbeatable value, unmatched selection, uncompromising personal service.
Anybody that I know, I want them to shop at Beards.
Beards Diamonds, St. John's Town Center.
Hey, looking for insurance you can actually trust? We're talking about the Kaprosky Agency. Craig and Chris Kaprosky with Goosehead Insurance. Oh, man, for over the years, they've built their reputation the right way, being upfront, honest, always working to find their clients the best possible coverage at the best possible price. Be it home, auto, flood, umbrella, specialty coverage. Craig and Chris shop the market for you, compare top insurance companies so you don't have to. Man, they've helped so many families, including the Hicken family, countless times, making the process simple and stress-free, and they save real dollars along the way. If you want straight answers and coverage you can count on, call Craig and Chris Kaprosky with Goosehead today. They're easy to get a hold of. Craig.Kaprosky at Goosehead.com. That's Craig.Kaprosky, K-O-P-R-O-S-K-I at Goosehead.com, or just give him a call, 904-478-8422, 478-8422. Because the right insurance isn't just about policies, it's about people like the Kaproskys that you can trust.
The new Ackerman Cancer Center is now open at World Golf Village, providing state-of-the-art screenings and diagnostic exams with no referral required. Same-day appointments are available. Call today or visit AckermanCancerCenter.com.
I'm Chris Campione. Auto accidents can leave you feeling lost and overwhelmed. But at Campione Law, we're here to guide you with a personal touch through every step of the process. We don't get paid unless you get paid. CampioneLaw.com.
Count on Campione, Campione Law.
What if the next roof you put on your home was the last one? Not another replacement in 15 or 20 years, the last roof. Metlock Roofing is Florida's only manufacturer and installer of this exclusive roofing system. Engineered for strength, built for Florida weather, backed by a lifetime warranty. Imagine never needing another roof. Call 938-9933 or visit METLOKroofing.com. Get your last roof today with Metlock. License number CCC 1335581.
Not everyone is built for a cubicle. At Local 234, apprentices get paid to learn hands-on skills like plumbing, pipe fitting, and HVAC, the stuff Jacksonville runs on. No endless lectures, no massive student debt, just hands-on training, real jobs, and real pay. This is how you level up, by doing work that actually matters. Check them out at UA234.com, proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Local 234. Make the right connection.
Instant Keys is turning 25. A quarter century of saving the day when your keys mysteriously vanish.
Seriously, it was just in my pocket.
Or when that remote fob decides to quit working.
The dealership is such a hassle.
For 25 years, Instant Keys has been the go-to locksmith service for car keys, house keys, transponders, re-keys, and even high-tech smart locks. You don't have to go to the dealer. Instant Keys comes to you. For honest, professional locksmith service, use Instant Keys.
Hey, Jacksonville, I'm sure by now you've seen our bright green GFL trucks and containers throughout the greater Jacksonville area. We are an industry leader in solid waste and would love the opportunity to earn your business. We are committed to customer service, reliability, and have unwavering focus on safety. Whether commercial or construction, let us haul your waste away. Call 904-760-5880 to get a quote today. GFL, green for life.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Focused, fueled, fearless, Farah.
There was an interesting thing that I came across TV-wise on Fox this weekend, and it kind of reeks a lot, and we're discussing it, but it's fine. First off, it's this Fanatics flag football thing.
Okay.
I think it's Fanatics. I don't know.
No, it's a big sports thing. Remember, we just kind of stumbled on it a few years ago.
I'm sitting there looking at all these stars, and I'm going, how much are these cats getting paid? That's the first thing that came to my mind. Because they ain't doing it for free.
Man, no.
And I think it was, again, I don't want to be totally wrong on this, but is this anything kind of like this one weekend, kind of like Live, in that we're using that money? You know, we're going into the Middle East and opening a vault filled with gold bars and handing them to all these guys. Is that what we're doing? Because there is no chance any of these guys are doing this without getting paid. And I'm not talking about a $10,000, hey, we'll cover you.
Right.
And, by the way, it was supposed to be in the Middle East, and they couldn't go there.
Because of,
Yeah. So they went to L.A. And so the deeper story then becomes, all right, so you got all these cats, right?
It was star-studded.
I mean, these are stars,
Yes,
NFL
A-list,
stars,
big boys.
A-listers, man, right?
Yes, yeah.
And so it just, I don't know, man. And I didn't watch any of I just took notice that it was on.
I didn't even know it was on TV.
But the story is that the flag football guys
put a hurting
on the NFL guys. Now, I will stand by the fact, if you let me pick and let me work with those guys, teach those guys, not me, but, you know, they're better athletes, I'm sorry, than the flag football guys. I'm just, now the flag football guys are little, tiny, quick, and they can scoot and fake and know, but they know the game. I watched 5 minutes of it, and there's flag. You can't jump. You can't arm bar. You can't. There's all kinds of different flag football rules that the NFL guys had no clue. They just showed up to play.
They just literally showed up.
But that, in part, is why, because I was on the other side. I say let the flag football players play, but only because NFL players are never going to devote the time to get that nuance. You can't get these guys to come to an OTA half the time.
Correct.
So they're not going to go get great at flag. What they want to do is just step onto the field and take the spots.
Right. But then it leads to me this question. Does it even matter? Because when we get to the Olympics and we're playing Uruguay,
you could send a high school
beat them
team
110 to nothing.
You could send the best high school team in
So
Florida.
it doesn't really even matter. So maybe I've switched my mind in the respect. Now listen, they're going to put NFL guys out there because they want
spread the game.
Mm-hmm.
Well, not just to spread the game.
Worldwide though, you show people,
but they want name power. They want
name power. Yeah.
I think you might be. I wonder if, especially the flag football community, which is, by the way, huge. You play it now, kids, from the time that they wouldn't just as much want to watch flag football players.
Maybe, I don't know. I was in the flag football community for a lot of years, but
I was too.
I don't. I'd rather watch the NFL guys. Did I see RG3 is going to be one of the guys?
Is he? I'm not sure.
I think I saw that, but I don't know.
That's unacceptable. Give me a guy who plays flag football all the time than this big mouth walking out of nowhere to play the flag football.
So
I don't like
and
that.
again, I think it comes back to the fact that in the end, it doesn't matter except to the people who are involved. So
is it even a medal sport or is it like an
Oh,
exhibition
yeah.
sport?
No, it's a medal sport. I'm pretty sure. But again, if you're going to use the NFL guys, then quite honestly, and Jeff's right about this, then quite honestly, when the NFL season ends, hey, we're gathering March 1st. We're not playing until August, and we're going to train for 6 months and learn this game backwards and forwards.
They're not
Good luck
doing
with that.
And they ain't doing
You got to
it.
go to Cancun, baby.
Yeah. So anyway,
who wants to? I wouldn't want to either. Now, maybe the solution is like not now even, but like Parker Washington last year. Now, if you go get those guys, not the front line, but that doesn't do any good. If
No.
you're watching at home and you see Bobo running around.
Yeah. Bobo go. No.
Bobo slow, apparently.
That's what
too.
they say. Bobo slow.
Yeah, the Jags did have a minor signing, a wide receiver. What is his name? I forgot his first name already. Jake. I was going to say Josh. Jake Bobo. But apparently Bobo's slow. So this is like replacing like Tim Jones kind of stuff. This is special teams, maybe catch 20 balls kind of stuff. We've already learned that the Jaguars free agent quote impact is not gonna be great. All right, we'll bring in the Ox Gator real quick. This should be fun, and then we'll take off to break. You're listening to The Drill on a Next Gen Roofing Monday. Hello, Ox. The roof is on fire.
Good morning, Googans. I have a question for you guys.
Yes, Guggen.
No, Golden is a good coach, great coach.
Mm-hmm.
What are your thoughts on him? I mean, every game we're barking at the other coach. We're getting into it because if it was me and it was on national television and he was saying that to me, we'd be recreating that John Chaney Calipari incident. I'd be choking him out. I mean, he is over the top, and he reminds me of that cartoon, that little dog that runs back to Spike because he runs back to that big assistant coach. And big assistant coach. I mean, with the way he looks, I mean, he's not saying that to somebody in a bar. I mean, he's a little Pee Wee Herman-looking guy. And,
Yeah.
It flies when you
tone
win.
it down a little bit.
Yeah, it flies when you win. I can't remember. Was it Calipari? He had kind of something like that earlier this year, and they won.
And Chaney.
Yeah,
Chaney choked him out.
No, I'm talking about Golden had one of these with Calipari this year. That was his big one.
He did with Calipari. He did with he did with Mark Pope.
Yeah. And so
last time
it works when you win. They won those games, but when you lose, you look especially stupid. And Iowa, and by the way, they didn't say it post game. Iowa's coach went to halftime saying, "Yeah, those boys are all in their feelings. We'll come play basketball." It's basically what he said. Well, they got all sensitive.
Yeah.
It's just a basketball, and he was right. It was just a rough basketball tie-up. Nothing happened. And Golden acted like somebody just shot his star player.
To me, it's a disappointing loss. But if you hang a banner, it's a good season.
Yeah.
They won the SEC.
Yeah.
It's a good season. I'm happy with it.
Gator, do you want me to get you Gator?
No.
You want me to get you an SEC Gymnastics champion T-shirt?
No T-shirt.
SEC Gymnastics.
No
champions.
SEC. Got to be national. I mean,
got to be natty.
Give it to Prosser. If you get one, give it to Prosser. I don't want.
You're going to wear the national champion gymnastics T-shirt around, Gator.
Oof. I don't like that. We'll see you guys.
What do you mean? It was a great win, man. We knocked off LSU and Oklahoma. Softball took 2 of 3 from number 1 Tennessee. Stuck it right up old Charlton. Let's go. Women's sports, baby. Come on. This is The Drill on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
The Drill at the DivorceMenOnly.com studios. What are the many ways to experience 1010XL?
Why don't we just take it from the top?
Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, at 1010XL.
Gold and silver prices are near all-time highs. If you have old jewelry just laying around, Estates Roadshow wants to buy it. Gold and silver, old rings, chains, even broken jewelry. Don't wait. Cash in while gold and silver are hot. The Estates Roadshow is in the First Coast area Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. in St. Augustine at World Golf Renaissance. Get cash in your hands for your unused jewelry. More info? Visit estatesroadshow.com or follow Estates Roadshow on Facebook to see all upcoming local events and locations.
Hey, Hickett here. Restore comfort and confidence with oculoplastic specialist Mary Kate Wilson, MD, at the Eye Associates, Jacksonville's expert in oculofacial plastic and reconstructive care. Dr. Wilson will take care of you. Specializes in eyelid surgery, cosmetic, and reconstructive procedures and treatments, always with a personalized approach. Now seeing patients at the beaches, Southside, and St. John's locations. To schedule your consultation with Dr. Wilson, call the Eye Associates at formerly Bowdine Associates, Schneider Eye and Wellness Center, and Janet A. Betchkel, MD, at 296-0098. That's 296-0098.
What if every day felt like a private resort in your backyard? Premier Outdoor Inc., Jacksonville's #1 pool builder in the 2025 Best of Bold City Awards, creates entire outdoor living spaces, not just pools, custom pools, heated spas, summer kitchens, cabanas, fireplaces, screen enclosures, and more. Veteran and first responder owned, turn your backyard into an unforgettable retreat. See what you could build at premieroutdoorinc.net. Premier Outdoor Inc., a visionary of hardscapes and aquatics.
Balancing books and the grind of daily practice is what it takes to be a scholar athlete. Wednesdays on The Frangie Show, kept healthy by
Southeast Orthopedic Specialists
and the Plumbers and Pipe Fitters Local Union 234.
on 1010XL.
Mike Dempsey, if you're thinking about a bathroom upgrade, maybe turning that old tub into a safer walk-in shower, check out 5-Star Bath Solutions. I shopped around, talked to several companies, and I chose 5-Star because their customer service was simply incredible. Responsive, honest, upfront about the entire project, and their pricing was even better than expected. When you're ready for a fresh look, better comfort, and a bathroom space you'll love using every day, schedule your free consultation at 5starbathsolutions.com and get the 5-Star experience.
Hey, gang, Prosser here. When it comes time to sell your home, I'll tell you, you got one option. It's Chad and Sandy. Or another option, just fruitless frustration. Not with Chad and Sandy. See, they get to the solution real quick. Let's get to the punchline. Your home sold guaranteed or they will buy it. That's why you got to go to ChadAndSandy.com or call them today at 414-6200. Government's making moves intended to push mortgage rates lower. The last time rates dropped, we saw a selling and buying frenzy. Now's the time to prepare. You call Chad and Sandy, the proven experts to sell your home. Need max price, need to sell now, fast, easy, stress-free. Chad and Sandy got this science-based Market Max system. It's proven, it's repeatable, and they guarantee they'll sell your home. Using the proprietary Market Max, Chad and Sandy guarantee your home sold at an agreed-upon price and deadline, or they will buy it. No required repairs. Pick your move date. No long-term contracts. We trust them. You can too. ChadAndSandy.com. ChadAndSandy.com.
I'm Frank Frangie. Life-changing is an understatement for the 180 I've seen with my daughter Amber. She's now lost over 100 pounds with Awaken 180 in just 9 months. A true 180. Not just on the scale either. In her energy, her confidence, the way she lives. And what I love about Awaken 180 is we knew it would work. It wasn't a hope. It wasn't a guess that maybe it'll work. Amber started the programming knowing this was going to be her solution. Now, you've heard stories from our hosts and clients and probably people you know personally who've reclaimed their life thanks to Awaken 180. It works for the person who needs to lose 25 pounds. It worked for Matt Hayes, who wanted to lose 40. It worked for Hacker, who's lost more than 120 pounds. And it's worked for Amber, who's well over 100. That's why I believe in it. Whatever your scale number is, call the number that will work for you. 844-346-1800 or online at awaken180weightloss.com. Once again, that number is 844-346-1800, or you can reach them online at awaken180weightloss.com.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Still present, ready. Farah doesn't flinch.
All right, welcome back. Heading towards the 8 o'clock hour. There's no joy for Gator Nation after a quick. That's a one thing about the NCAA tournament. It's over.
Yeah.
It comes fast. It comes fierce. I'm looking at this picture. I was wondering about this. I was working a lot by the time the Alabama game finally started.
I got a big problem with the NCAA and the networks and the greed playing these games so late.
My Gator people, man, we left. They didn't stick around for Texas Tech and Alabama. No.
Well, they didn't miss much. Bama blew them out. And so the SEC, which, you could almost raise an eyebrow at the 10 bids that they got. Florida was the best of the bunch by a mile, ran away with the SEC regular season title.
Mm-hmm.
Vanderbilt and Arkansas, the next two best teams, and only Arkansas is alive. But 4 teams in the Sweet 16. The fact that one of them's not Gators makes it sting even more.
I also noticed, and I wonder if this would have been the same had Florida advanced. So the Sweet 16 times I believe Iowa, Nebraska's Thursday at 7:30.
Okay.
Well, why wouldn't they be the Friday? You just played Sunday night.
Because I don't think that's ever matters.
No, it doesn't matter.
Because
plenty
you play
of time to recover. But
you play conference tournaments and then you start on
here's
Thursday.
Iowa. They're spending the night, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Getting back today.
Yeah.
Only get 2 days basically to prepare.
Yeah, and then fly 2 hours probably from
It's
Des
not
Moines.
that. It's just,
I hear you. You got somebody's got to do it. They all played Sunday.
Well, no, the Saturday guy should play.
I don't know if there's a matchup that it was 2 Saturday guys.
Okay.
I don't know that for sure. I'm not saying it wasn't.
Yeah.
But that would depend then, I guess, on where they are. And
yeah.
I'm looking at the power ranking of the Sweet 16, and it was just there it was just right there.
Solid win for the Johnnies. They almost blew it, but they held on. Rick Pitino now has taken 4 different programs to Sweet 16s. St. John's in the Sweet 16 for the first time since 1999. Again,
Same with Iowa.
I know. When I start seeing these things, it makes you appreciate what Florida's been able to do through the years in college basketball.
And even with Mike White, was a number of Elite 8 runs, right?
Only one.
Oh, he was part. He was the tail end of the total. Sure.
Yeah. But Dylan Darling, who is funny because I haven't watched much of St. John's, and here's what I thought when I was watching them. Boy, this guy's not very good as this Dylan Darling cat. And I guess he didn't make a bucket the whole game until the end.
And he's also a lefty. And that was a right-handed drive.
Wow. Well, it was good. Kentucky's now going through its longest Elite 8 drought ever. But I got a guy that Kentucky could hire. I think this would be a home run hire. He's in the Sweet 16. His name is, and he's a great recruiter. His name is John Calipari. He might be a good fit at Kentucky.
We've done that. We've done. We've been there, done that. Everyone agreed at the time that Cal out of Kentucky was the right move. But he wins. He's just got a shelf life.
Yeah, I think they all have shelf lives.
That's fair. Arkansas gets what? Arizona?
Spurrier taught me about shelf life.
I think the SEC, by the way, is that's it. Enjoy the Sweet 16.
Kentucky, 6 years without an Elite 8. That's the longest drought in Kentucky hoops history.
Well, and they also have their worst tournament loss ever.
The round began in 1951, bro.
I know, yeah. I'm aware.
Yeah, and they had a terrible loss.
And the problem too is they haven't done anything under him, Dan.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, nothing. They've been underachieving. They haven't had good regular seasons. They haven't. It's. I think I'm with you. I think he's back for another year, but I would understand if he wouldn't. By the way, and I know that Xavier Lee, I know regards was a heel of the game. He terrible non-decision late. It didn't cost him the game. It cost him a chance to win the game, but. Just because the play doesn't happen in the last 5 seconds doesn't excuse the magnitude of the miss. You got to make a layup, son.
Oh,
you are wide open at the rim, and there's no one there.
Stuck it right in between.
You stuck it right in the bottom like a fourth grader. Those 2 points mattered. We win the game. It is a layup.
I also did. You probably didn't watch, but we were at work, so I was monitoring the press conference.
I got it. I know. As soon as the game ends, I run away and turn off everything.
Golden, Condon, Lee, and Houck. And I mean, I get it. Kids are despondent. We have any questions for the student athletes? First off, they're not student athletes. Can we start with that? Dan Hicken, 1010XL. They're not student athletes. Can you just say the athletes?
Yeah.
Secondly, I'm going to ask you some questions here. Xavier, why didn't you get a shot off? Tommy, why were you so bad in the first half? Which are, obviously you don't phrase it that way, but those are fair questions. And these kids, and they're up there crying and all that. Well, guess what, boys? Welcome to the real world. You're making $2 million a year now. Answer the questions. In the old days, I would have had empathy.
Yeah, for the kids. Chill out on the kids.
It's the kids, man. That's a tough question. Let the kid. No, it's fair now.
Yeah, they cutting the check.
You guys want to take that money. You want to live the life. Well, part of it is answering questions after a tough loss. Sorry, Tommy. Stop crying up there and answer the damn question. I hate to be mean, but.
Did y'all notice, though, during the game, there was a point where I saw Tommy being real aggressive.
Yes.
And I like that.
He fueled the comeback.
He did. He was real aggressive.
He said, and I don't know if they told him, look, it's got to be you.
Mm-hmm.
But, no, sometimes, obviously the question everybody thought is who's going to shoot the shot when we need to shoot the shot, and there was nobody to shoot the shot.
It got to be him.
It has to be Tommy Houck.
Yeah.
And but he didn't shoot very well. He was bad in the. He
didn't shoot threes very well all year, especially toward the stretch. 2 for 8 last night, but who else?
Yeah.
I mean, Boogie can't shoot threes. He put up 3 air balls, and that was it.
Xavier Lee hit 3.
Xavier's biggest problem is that his misses are so just so terrible that it makes it seem worse than it is. Because I bet his 3 misses were either air balls or off the side of the backboard.
They weren't as bad as Boogie's.
Yeah.
Did y'all notice there was significantly?
Houck had a couple too.
Did y'all notice that there was significantly more air balls? Like I saw.
What
a lot
about the
of
free
air
throw?
balls.
The guy from Arizona, from Iowa gave us a free throw air ball.
Yeah. And
Of course, we couldn't do anything with it.
The Banks kid, who's a good free throw shooter, was like 5 of 10.
He hit a couple late, but
so that was.
They gave the game away again. They got one. Your coach gave you one task in the final 8.5 seconds. Foul him. I mean, how hard is that? Foul. I don't know why you don't foul him in the backcourt, Dan. If that was truly the message, go foul him, then it should have happened before they ever caught the ball.
It should have never been pressing.
Yeah.
Shouldn't have been pressing.
No.
Correct.
Just pick him up half court and foul him with 6 seconds to go.
Yeah.
You got plenty of time. And I'll tell you another rule that it's time. The game has changed, and it's so fast and so long. They got it, and it's so overlapping with the NBA. You ought to have the opportunity to inbounds at half court. Makes the game more exciting.
Yeah, as opposed to going full.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, so many game winners in the NBA come out of that half court set.
That's fair.
That's how basketball should be played in today's day and age.
All right, 8 o'clock hour coming up. This is The Drill on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
The Drill.
From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios. Day by day.
A tremendous return. It's first and goal, Jacksonville.
And play by play.
And the Jacks are going to win it in Wembley Stadium.
1010XL.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking mumbo-jumbo. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices. I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from high heels to wagon wheels. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
Have you or someone you care about been arrested or had their driver's license taken away? I'm Susan Cohen, and I work with David Robbins at the law firm of Epstein & Robbins. We are experienced fighters for those charged with DUI and all criminal offenses. I've been named the best DUI attorney in the state, and David has been named the best criminal defense lawyer in Jacksonville. In your battle with the justice system, there is only one thing you need to know. Dial David 24/7 at Epstein & Robbins, 354-5645.
Hey, gang, symptoms. Symptoms on that garage door. That's what you got to look for, right? They start getting loud. They don't fail all at once. They don't just snap and break. They start getting loud. Start shaking. They struggle to open. When you get those symptoms, you got to take care of it. That's why I'm here to tell you about Action Garage Door and Action Garage Door Services, because one morning you're going to get up and you had those symptoms and you didn't do anything, and then they don't open at all. Action Garage Door offers a tune-up for $79. They'll inspect your springs, your rollers, your cables. They'll lubricate all the moving parts, make minor adjustments, and make sure your door is safe and running the way it should. Or you can always get that new garage door opener, by the way. Well, what do? You're sold? You want to get the tune-up? Go to GarageDoor911.com. That's GarageDoor911.com. That leads you right to Action Garage Door. You'll be glad you did. Action Garage Door, premium parts, premium service, and premium people.
Give us your hot take.
Pop quiz, hot shot.
On the 1010XL text line, designed by Lifetime Enclosures.
You know what I'm saying? Well, I'm awake and I speak English, so yeah, I do know what you're saying.
Be part of the conversation. 641-1010, the flagship station of the Jacksonville Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
If you've been in an auto accident, you can count on the experts at San Jose Collision to return your vehicle to pre-accident conditions. San Jose Collision can also provide a fresh paint job to freshen up your vehicle or completely change its appearance. They can paint and repair all foreign and domestic cars and trucks. When quality and professionalism are important to you, trust San Jose Collision in Mandarin.
Attention skilled electricians. Are you undervalued at your current company? Time to step up to the bigger projects and better opportunities. Join the team at Miller Electric Company, a trusted name in the industry for over 96 years. At Miller, we tackle the biggest projects in the city, offering not just the job, but an experienced, top-notch pay, unbeatable benefits, and the best working environments in the business. Please join the team that values your skills and rewards your hard work. Elevate your career to new heights. Apply today at millercareers.com, an equal opportunity employer.
Pro soccer lives here. So be there when Sporting Jacks brings 90 minutes of pro speed, finesse, and edge. Home to Jacksonville at Hodges Stadium. See it live. Feel the energy. Join the action. Sporting Jacks is at home March 25th. Season tickets with seats starting at just $10 per match. Call 904-863-KICK or visit sportingjacks.com. This is history. Sporting Jacks. Pro soccer, pro Jacks.
Hey, boat lover. The Boatanista is inviting you to the first ever Freedom Boat Club Boat Show. Saturday, April 11th from 10 to 3 at Trout Creek Memorial Park. Ever wondered, should I buy a boat or just join a boat club and skip the headaches? Well, now you can compare both in one place at the first ever Freedom Boat Club Boat Show. Saturday, April 11th from 10 to 3 at Trout Creek Memorial Park. Browse pre-owned and newly refurbished boats like Key West, Hurricane, and Scout, or talk with the crew about their Freedom Boat Club membership, or just come and take a free boat ride. Boat show pricing applies to both options. Preview the boats at affordableboating.com. Learn about membership at freedomboatclub.com. Just come see the boats April 11th, because life's better on a boat.
Here's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update sponsored by Hall & Sons Plumbing. Duval, the rivalry is rolling back through the 904. Florida State and Florida clash on the diamond tomorrow at ViStar Ballpark. First pitch is at 6. Get the play-by-play live on 1010XL AM and stream. The Icemen strike 29 seconds in and edged Greenville, kept Jacksonville in the playoff chase of the ECHL. At your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update, I'm Sam Nelson.
Currently, it's 8:06 and it's 62 degrees. Your time and your temp is brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's game time, Farah doesn't flinch.
All right, we are back here. It's a Next Gen Roofing at Monday. We're going to start the boys off with a pop quiz right off the gates here. Welcome to the 8 o'clock hour.
Quiz.
These are the kind of facts that I end up going down these rabbit holes when I sit around and watch sports with Mrs. P.
Okay.
Who loves for me to quiz her, and yesterday I'm quizzing her, and I'm just, I'm trying to tell me all about her bracket success, and I said, you can't tell me the nicknames for these teams. So we went through them, yada, yada, and she did better than I thought, but that's not what brings us here.
No.
Of all the 4-year college sports teams.
Okay.
The D1, as long as you're 4-year, not JUCO, D1, D2, D3, NIA, if you're a 4-year school.
Shout out.
I have in front of me the list of the most popular nicknames for 4-year college athletic programs. Okay. So I have need you to identify as many as you can on the top. I'm not going to ask you to get it in order, but I think in the top 10, I'm going to put the over-under before you miss one at 6.5. I don't know. There's one that might get. I'm going to put the over-under 5.5 before you miss. I need the top 10 most common college sports nicknames, 4-year schools.
Tigers.
The Tigers are number 4. 66 college programs go by the Tigers.
Lions.
The Lions are number 3. Actually, T3. 66 rhyme with Are you looking this up?
No.
Okay. Bears, oh my.
That's what I was going to say.
Yeah, I don't know about that one. I don't know if you should do that yet. Let's see.
I'm not afraid. Baylor Bears.
8 Bears. 51 teams are called the Bears. They're number 8, so the game continues. Over under of 5. We're at 3.
Do you have one, young man?
Yeah, Dano, what do you feel about like the Bulldogs?
Well, that's good, but I'd rather go.
All right.
I'd rather, before I go to does Bulldogs fall under dogs, or is that not necessarily? It has to be Bulldog. I'd rather go with like Eagles.
Eagles is another good one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Eagles are number 1. 117. That surprised me. Give me a sports team other than FAU and Boston College. Who are the Eagles? I wondered that when I saw this.
Yeah.
But you're 117. It's the leader. You have the leaders at 117 with the Eagles. You have Lions at 66. You have Tigers at 66.
How many Cardinals do we got?
And you have Bears at 51.
Got a lot of Cardinals, Dan? Kind of same as Bulldogs. We'll hold off on
Eagles,
that.
Lions, Tigers, and Bears. That's what we have so far.
How many are we looking for?
You're looking for, I have the top 10. I'm asking you to identify the top 10 as many as you can. I put the over-under at 5. But I'm not feeling good about it. I'd fade myself right now. You're at 4. One more for the tie.
What you thinking, E?
Because
every one you name, I can think of 2 or 3 off the top of my head, but then I'm like, I don't know. Like, 51's a lot.
No, there's a lot. It shows you how many programs there are.
Yeah.
There's one that would have sent me out because in D1, this would have to be one of the more popular ones. But
I don't like the contact. Like, I didn't like his facial look when you said Bulldogs.
What do you mean? Like it was wrong or right?
Like it was wrong.
Trying to read the jury here.
Yeah, I was trying to read it.
Yeah, it'll happen.
Let's
a lot of conversation there. So since it was misread but accurate, Bulldogs was right, but you don't get credit. We're going to just keep the game moving.
Dang it, man.
What number is it?
Bulldogs was actually number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Oh, it was up there.
Oh,
Bears are number 8. All right, number 2 is also a bird.
How many does number 10 have?
Number 10?
Yeah. Just out of curiosity, what's the...
let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It has 41.
Damn.
He said number 2 is also a bird. What do you think about the Owls, Dan?
Oh, I like Owls.
Yeah. Who? No, it's not the Owls. They don't crack the top 12. It's the Hawks, 107.
Oh.
Hawks, 107. All right. The number 5 with 59 is also a cat. It's also a cat nickname.
Well, it's probably like a panther or a cougar.
Okay, the Panthers are 8 or 7. Cougar, it's Cougar with 59. Bulldogs were 58. Panthers 55. Bears 51. The last 2, 9 and 10. I'm shocked. I'm going to tell you which one doesn't crack it. It's number 11, Wildcats. I thought sure that'd be top 5.
Yeah.
I mean, because D1, Arizona, Kentucky, Villanova, Northwestern, they're all over the place. But no, the last 2 are congratulations, UCF. You ain't that special. The Knights, 51.
That's fair.
And the last one, again, I would have never said. I can't think of one college program that has this nickname.
Shockers.
Who is it?
Warriors. Hawaii. Yeah. Who? I don't know any, so that must be big in like D3.
Yeah, I don't know
right?
any. I don't know any.
Yeah, I don't feel like I know any either.
Here. We've got
little schools.
Hawaii, Merrimack, Cal State, East Stroudsburg, Southern Wesleyan, Wayne State, Winona State, Eastern Connecticut, Hendricks, Lycoming, NAIAs.
Come out and play.
Yeah. Hawks. We've got all kinds of versions.
Yeah, Red Hawks, Hawkeyes.
St. Joseph's, Kansas, and Iowa gets a Hawk.
Yeah.
Miami U is the Red Hawks.
Okay.
North Dakota is the Fighting Hawks. Monmouth is the Hawks. Lehigh, UMass Lowell, Huntingdon, University of Maryland, East Shore, SUNY New Paltz. Shout out.
Does Hawkeye fall under Hawks?
Yeah,
it did.
We had a terrible story from one of our media, I'll say brethren, sister.
Mm-hmm.
But NHL reporter, did you see this over the weekend?
God, yeah.
NHL reporter Jessie Pearson, her 3 children were killed Saturday in a house fire in Minnesota.
Ugh.
She's 37 years old. She covered the Minnesota Wild as the correspondent for NHL.com. She's been doing it for the last 10 years. So well-known in the league and within the market. And so the entire National Hockey League family sending out prayers.
But awful.
Man, what
3 kids.
Yeah.
Golly.
Yeah.
Also, I did see that over the weekend we lost friend Rob Sweeting. Rob Sweeting, a longtime local news anchor.
Oh, yeah.
Channel 4.
Yeah, sure.
Great dude. Good
Lost
guy.
Chuck Norris over the weekend.
Chuck Norris also passed. So anyway, condolences to Rob's family. And that was kind of sad.
Rob Sweeting was super nice guy.
Very nice guy.
Super nice man.
Not all of us in the industry are nice, by the way.
He was one of the good ones.
He was. He's a great
guy.
They
had a couple of those over there that were super
really
nice people.
I was looking at this before we go to break. Man, oh man, the Vegas, formerly Oakland, L.A. Raiders have the number 1 overall pick, and we all know they're taking Fernando Mendoza. That's a done deal. But I'm looking at the Raiders in a literally in an 8-year period. You want to know why the Raiders franchise is falling on hard times? In an 8-year period,
all their top draft picks.
2002, they picked Napoleon Harris.
Yeah.
You know who's the next pick? Ed Reed.
Oh.
In 2004, they picked Robert Gallery. You know who the next pick was? Larry Fitzgerald. 2005.
By the way, we're going next pick here. We're not going, later that draft.
Oh. Next pick. 2005, Fabian Washington. Next pick, Aaron Rodgers. 2007, Jacarcus Russell. Next pick, Calvin Johnson. 2010, traded away the pick, which New England then used for Gronk. 5 Hall of Famers in 8 years, bro.
Now, granted,
5. Just get 2 of them, for Christ's sake.
Granted, with some of those players, they may have had better records and had a different draft pick per se, but oof. Yeah, there's a lot of ways to look at your personnel failures.
Holy
but that one right there, we're not going later or the next at the position.
I don't know if there's...
These are next pick guys.
I don't think that any team has ever had something like that.
Where the very next pick? I don't know. That'd be interesting if you went through. You got to throw that through the AI, though.
Yeah.
You can't waste time going through all that. I don't know if you looked at every failing team. What's amazing about that is you're talking the very next pick. That's what
Some
really.
of them were in the same position, weren't they?
You know who the GM was? Hall of Famer Al Davis.
For
making
some of
those
it.
picks.
Some of them.
All of them.
When did Al die?
He was the hands-on owner and managing general partner from 1972 until his death in 2011. He oversaw all team operations, including scouting trades and coaching hires during the 2000 to 2009 period.
Those were those?
Yes.
Wow. Yeah.
Hall of Famer Al Davis.
Just bust, baby.
Ooh.
It's a Next Gen Roofing Monday. Yeah, it collapsed on Gator Nation last night. I guess metaphorically, we'll just call Next Gen Roofing. They'll get it all squared away. Trust me, when you need to trust your roofer, then you need to go to Next Gen Roofing and nextgenroofing.com. We roll on with more next.
The Drill.
From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
The thrill of victory. The agony of defeat. That's why we're here.
It's like you said, it's all hard.
1010XL.
Make Capital Glass and Shower Doors your premier choice for top quality glass solutions. With over 40 years of expertise, their team specializes in commercial and residential projects. From elegant shower doors to modern frameless enclosures, they've got you covered. But that's not all. They also offer glass railing systems, glass wine cabinets, and much more. For unmatched quality and service, choose Capital Glass and Shower Doors. Your vision, their expertise. Visit online at capcoglass.com.
Pickett here. Oh, boy. You know I love a good flash sale, and we got one right now from Zero Res. This week only 15% off all the cleaning. It's International Cleaning Week, baby. Carpet, air ducts, tile, grout, upholstery, hardwood, area rugs, and more. Be the household hero and book it now. Flash sale. Call 287-5727, 287-5727. Flash sale this week only. 15% off all cleaning from Zero Res. Tell them Danny Boy sent you. Zero Res! You spell it forwards or backwards. It's the right way to clean. Flash sale!
Looking for adventure? Need a machine that works as hard as you do? CF Moto has you covered. At Ride Now Beach Boulevard, we've got CF Moto ATVs and UTVs built for any task, any trail, anytime. Tear up the dirt with the trail-tested C-Force ATV lineup or conquer through terrain with a Z-Force UTV. Find your CF Moto ride today at Ride Now Beach Boulevard or visit ridenowbeachboulevard.com. ATVs and UTVs are for riders 16 and older. They can be hazardous to operate. CF Moto recommends an improved safety training course.
See Gators basketball from the eyes of the guy who lived in the swamp. Take time out with Patrick Young.
Shoots and scores, and he got fouled!
Friday morning at 8:30 on The Drill with Dan and Jeff. Tipped off by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists and Kuhn Flowers.
In a sea of big box corporate chain jewelry stores here, Beard's Diamonds is a refreshing alternative.
I grew up in Jacksonville, and we have been shopping at Beard's for over 2 decades.
Meet Richard Skinner. Richard's journey with Beard's started when nobody could even come close on the engagement ring he wanted.
We did shop around that stone and that particular setup with different jewelers, and Beard's was able to come in significantly lower. It was a no-brainer.
Since then, he's become another voice in the word-of-mouth advertising that has made Beard's stronger than ever.
I have referred my friends and sisters and brothers, and they have all had a very, very pleasurable experience at Beard's. The selection is great. The staff is awesome. It's a well-run business that really does care about their clients and their customers.
And unlike the others at Town Center, Beard's is a locally owned family jeweler.
The fact that they're locally owned, it does give you a little bit more personable experience. They actually have a desire to better the city of Jacksonville.
Beard's Diamonds. Online at beardsdiamonds.com.
Save big and head to Ronnie's Repair on Sunbeam Road, your local sales and servicing Toro dealer, for their spring sales event this week. Ronnie's offers the full line of residential and commercial Toro zero-turn, stand-on, and walk-behind mowers in gas and battery options. Get groundbreaking savings on Toro Time Cutter, Titan, and Z-Master zero-turns, Grandstand multi-force stand-ons, and walk-behind mowers. Take advantage of the Toro 0% financing or Toro rebate on select mowers. Stop in this Wednesday through Friday to check out great deals and amazing finance offers. Ronnie's has everything you need to make your lawn look the best in the neighborhood. For more details on spring sales event deals, visit your local Toro dealer. Ronnie's Repair on Sunbeam Road. Browse the entire Toro line at ronniesrepairshop.net. All handhelds and accessories will be 10% off during the spring sales event.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Focused, fueled, fearless, Farah.
I mean, I got to call this one out. I'm looking up at Dan Orlovsky, who's a good, does a good job, does his homework. I'll say that. He'll form an opinion, but he's coming out saying Ty Simpson is the best quarterback in the draft. We'll see. But let me ask you a question, Jeff. In the college football playoff this year, I don't know if do you remember it?
Well, of course I remember it.
Do you remember all the games?
I mean, I could maybe I could go jog my memory.
Let me jog it for you.
I know Bama won their first game and then they got blown out.
Who'd they get blown out by?
It was Indiana, wasn't it?
Oh, it was Indiana.
Yeah.
Who has better personnel, Alabama or Indiana?
Well, one's got a way better coach, but I don't know. You got the Heisman winner and two. You would think easily Alabama. Maybe not.
Yeah. Well, all I know is.
But most years, for sure. I mean, I see your point. One is a blue blood, and the other is the worst program in history till 2 years ago.
They both threw it 16 times. One threw it for 192 with 3 touchdowns and completed 14 of them. In other words, had more touchdown passes than incomplete passes. And one threw it 16 times, completed 12 for 67 yards, and then he got, he was hurt, so he left the game hurt.
Okay.
So, I mean.
What is the point you're going back to?
I mean, Mendoza, Indiana beat the hell out of Alabama 38-3.
Does Orlovsky say that Ty Simpson is better?
Yeah.
He's the best quarterback.
They say the Raiders should take him.
I wouldn't, I wouldn't espouse that myself, but I just think this through years of watching college football, numbers and talent not translate because it's apples and oranges, who you're with, what you have around you. But if Ty Simpson were quarterbacking for Kurt Cignetti at Indiana and Fernando Mendoza were with Kalen DeBoer in Alabama, would their numbers be reversed?
I bet the game would have been closer because Mendoza's better. That's what I would say.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I mean, one won the Heisman, and the other completed 64% of his passes at Alabama. So, yeah, one had 28-5, Simpson. The other
there are some who say Ty,
41-6.
by the way, Ty Simpson's got some neck issues, too. There are some who say Ty Simpson is not even a first-round pick. He's being forced into the first round because of
yeah. Well, that's also fair that
teams need quarterbacks.
Well, it's also fair that Fernando Mendoza, by a lot of varies, would never be a number 1 overall pick either. I think Mendoza's way overinflated.
Yeah, I know you do.
Yeah, so we'll see. I don't know if he'll be a failure per se. And sometimes you got.
I think he's got.
This is where you have to be lucky that the year you absolutely have to take quarterback. There needs to be a quarterback. That Jackson, at least they got lucky the one time with Trevor when you got that they didn't get stuck with others.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm not ready. I get it. Hot take. Hot click, hot take. But to say Ty Simpson is the best quarterback in the 2026 draft, my question for Orlovsky would be. And why are we saying this on March 24th?
Right.
Why were we saying this in October?
I've studied the
film.
film.
No, I'm just saying. I mean, Orlovsky's been around it. Then maybe in November, why aren't you saying why isn't Ty Simpson there?
Yeah.
Ty Simpson's better than him. Ty Simpson.
Mm-hmm.
Quarterback need will put Ty Simpson into the first round, it looks like. I wouldn't want to put all my hopes on either one of them, quite frankly.
No. I like Mendoza. I think he's got those intangibles. I think he's accurate. So I'll be curious to see how he does. Hopefully the Raiders.
That's fair.
But if the Raiders are picking him after what I just read, there is a chance. Now, one of the Jag fans pointed out, we took Blaine Gabbert. Next pick, J.J. Watt.
Well, we've had a few of those.
So we've had some too.
Yeah, I don't know, but the problem is in that short a period of time, you're leaving. Well, there's one Hall of Famer. I don't know if we could leave 5. Again, if you go to the very next pick, then it's really damning.
Yeah.
It's one thing if you pick and choose a little later. Oh, we took care. We could have Russell Wilson.
Right. And that's fair.
Yeah, but yeah.
Well,
Carson Beck was 4th in the country in passing yards last year. Do you know that?
What?
Carson Beck was 4th in college football in passing yards.
Mm-hmm.
That surprises me. I didn't consider them to be that.
Total yards or?
Passing yards.
How many?
3,813.
Okay. How many games did he play?
Well, I don't know if they're counting. I was assuming this was regular season, but I don't know. Let me see.
I bet you. Again, not to.
Well, let me do yards.
I know Carson Beck did not throw for a lot of yards.
That's what I'm saying. That's
what
I thought.
200 yards a game. So I bet you it includes all 15 or 16 games. It'd be my guess.
Yeah, most verifiable stat pages. But ESPN's got to be smart and will give you yards per game numbers.
We took Caleb Chase on next pick. Justin Jefferson.
Okay,
that's 2.
There's 2. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm not.
Uh-oh.
When did Lamar get drafted?
It wasn't. Please tell me it wasn't right after Brian.
Taven and Brian?
What year was Lamar?
Oh, goodness.
Oh, no.
No, I think Lamar went 32 and Taven Bryan went 29. So, yeah. And by the way, those Raiders picks that he mentioned, those were all top 10 level picks for the most part.
They were.
I mean, 29th. You kind of roll the dice. But who was 30th that draft? Out of curiosity.
What year was it?
2017, right?
18.
Yeah, 18. After they had gone to.
Thank God. Right after Taven went Mike Hughes. A good corner.
Yeah, better than
Sony Michel. Then Lamar.
Remember when Taven left here and he was still pretty good? That didn't last long, did it?
Taven played a few years.
Yeah.
Wyoming Wildman, they called him.
Sure. Now that's a Dewey. Okay, now Dewey can take that.
Dewey's off to Arizona.
Yeah, that's perfect for him.
We'll miss you, Dewey.
Yeah, then maybe he can fool him into thinking he's Gardeck.
Dewey was a good Jag.
They'll recall him. They'll recall. Yeah, he was a good Jag.
Dewey was a good.
Gave us. It was always the Jags in that run in 2022.
Dewey was a good Jag.
Yeah, always there, capable of filling in when needed. I guess. I want to talk about one thing when we come back on the other side. By the way, our Monday morning running back, we're going to push to Tuesday. Fred will join us tomorrow.
All right.
I understand that James Gladstone came from an organization that did things a certain way, and it has seemed to have worked. But this seems like a dangerous, bold strategy, how they handle this whole pre-draft thing.
Let's see if it pays off, Cotton.
All right, well, let's get into what exactly I'm talking about and where that stands when we return next. It's a Next Gen Roofing Monday. You're listening to The Drill.
The Drill at the DivorceMenOnly.com studios. Streaming live from the XL Digital Studios. Polished by Harbor Dental Care, the locally owned smile restoration experts.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking mumbo-jumbo. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices. I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from high heels to wagon wheels. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
The investment landscape always changing. New rules, new regulations, new opportunities. But at ITB Partners, one thing stays constant, and that's our commitment to your financial future. Whether it is consolidating your accounts, rolling over your 401k, maximizing your pension programs, ITP makes your financial journey simple and smart. And that's with the trust, transparency, and experience of all the ITP partners. That's Reed Wingate and Dan Abel. That's Janice Cobb and Reagan Wright. That's Chris Bryan and Jeff Hartman. Get that money in motion, gang. Don't let it sit. Let ITP Partners help you grow and protect your wealth. ITP Partners, stable, strategic, secure, easy to get a hold of. Chris at ITPPartners.com or call them 312-9751, 312-9751. They're my financial partners for life. Security and investment advisory services offered through Osaic Wealth Inc., member FINRA and SIPC. Osaic Wealth is separately owned, and other entities and or marketing names, products, or services referenced here are independent of Osaic Wealth.
Homeowners, you taking a look at your lawn yet? Let me guess, you're looking at your lawn wondering what to do after a historically cold season. Well, if you want your lawn to bounce back quick, you gotta call topdressing.com. Nobody else can do what they do. Their proprietary process. I've never seen anything like it, and neither will your neighbors. They will have your lawn looking like a golf course. Nobody else can do it. They're no secret now, so get ahead of it. Call for a free estimate. Be the envy of your neighbors. Top dress your lawn like the pros with topdressing.com.
What if the next roof you put on your home was the last one? Not another replacement in 15 or 20 years, the last roof. Metlock Roofing is Florida's only manufacturer and installer of this exclusive roofing system. Engineered for strength, built for Florida weather, backed by a lifetime warranty. Imagine never needing another roof. Call 938-9933 or visit metlokroofing.com. Get your last roof today with Metlock. License number CCC 1335581.
DivorceMenOnly.com. This is Kenny Lay of Kenny Lay & Associates. Our firm specializes in representing men in family law. That's all we do. That's our only focus. We can help with all of your family law needs, such as divorce, custody, alimony, and child support. For over a decade, we have helped thousands of men with these types of issues. We even have an appellate division ready to challenge a judge's ruling. If you need a family law attorney, go to DivorceMenOnly.com. DivorceMenOnly.com. Offices, Jacksonville.
My son had a meniscus surgery a couple years ago. Went smooth as silk, was playing tennis in 2 weeks. This is Patrick Malarkey, and I highly recommend Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Our son Eric's a Division I collegiate baseball pitcher who is having shoulder pain. We took him to Southeast Orthopedic Specialists and are confident that he's now on the road to recovery. This is Beth Anderson, and we love the care Eric receives at Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
I'm here with Clayton Bromberg of Underwood Jewelers. Clayton, you spend a lot of time talking about diamonds, but what about some of the colored stones we see?
Frank, when you talk about colored stones, there are literally hundreds of varieties and species in the gem kingdom. As certified gemologists, we're trained gemologically on the identification of each of these and can separate the man-made synthetics and imitations from the real thing. But at Underwoods, we can go to the next step. At Underwoods, we're active buyers of loose-colored stones in the world markets, so we have an understanding of the values of colored stones as they relate back to the various qualities. In fact, just like diamonds, we buy most of our colored stones loose, then create the pieces of jewelry to hold the gems. You can be assured not only of the authenticity and quality of our colored stone jewelry, but also of the value. So if you're in the market for a fine quality emerald, sapphire, ruby, aquamarine, amethyst, citrine, tourmaline, peridot, or any other gemstone, come by and see us at Underwoods.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Still present, ready. Farah doesn't flinch.
All right, welcome back. 8:33. Good morning, Jacksonville. I was just looking at the play again for the 8 millionth time, the defense. I mean, even if the kid had missed the three, the only guy who was underneath the rebound was Xavier Lee, and he was trailing. There were two Iowa guys. He might have grabbed the rebound and stuck it right back in and tied the game.
The only thing you can't do is give up a three.
I mean, why do we do that? That may be one of the worst defensive possessions I've ever seen.
Yeah, poorly coached. It's poorly coached also, in fairness. Your team's got, you're the grown-up in the room. You tell your team what to do, and they go do it. And if they were supposed to foul, how did we go 4.5 seconds and a shot go up without someone getting fouled? It's not hard to foul.
I'll tell you what else I don't get.
believe. This is bad. I'm getting cynical here. I don't believe. Todd Golden better not be saying this to deflect off of terrible in game. If he did, he really threw his team under the bus. But
I don't think he would.
You ought to have a plan to foul, then, Dan.
Yeah, I
not
know.
just foul. Hey, when they do this, foul.
Well, the plan was to not let the dude who got the ball get the ball. That's number one.
Well,
then he's got to run out. That's
yeah.
number two. It's the worst thing to possible happen, and everything went to hell in a handbasket from there. Boy,
Fouling is not the play, by the way. I disagree with that.
Yeah, I agree. Also, I would not have fouled.
No, just don't let him take
I would
a
have played
three.
half court D. Let him. You maybe keep the guard. Make the guy who you inbound the pass to work a little bit coming up the court. You had played great, much better defense down the stretch.
And look, if they have to hit an off-balance guy on their face three that banks in, it hurts. But they got a wide open look. That guy stepped back for the three.
I'll tell you something else. I don't. Listen, some of you are just. I mean, Xavier Lee wasn't SEC good. Yes, he was. He was fine. You send the break. He wasn't Walter Clayton. No kidding. Walter Clayton, best Gator basketball player in the history of the school.
Right.
Xavier Lee wasn't. Boogie should transfer down. That's another one. Transfer down?
Down to where?
I'd love to have Boogie Flam back next year.
Of course you would.
Are you kidding me?
Yes, of course you would. You hope you have him back.
Holy cow,
That's
man.
silly. One of the best defenders in the league. I mean, that's how sports fans are, especially ones that don't watch until now, and now they're experts.
They're all going to Chapel Hill with Todd Golden. Okay, all right. Now, I'm curious about Isaiah Brown's brother, A.J. Brown. I've heard good and bad things. Now, he ended up redshirting, and so you got him, you got C.J. Ingram. I'm talking about next year now. I'm looking ahead. I'm done with basketball for this year.
And by the way,
congratulations to whoever cuts down the nets. Let me know how it turns out, Braz.
By the way, I have this prediction, too, and I hate to say it. He's a great Gator, and we'll always have him. Tommy Hawk's going to spend a lot of time in a league that starts with G. Yeah, and the great college basketball player that he is not going to translate against 6'8" guys with speed and athleticism guarding him.
Yeah.
He's hard. We got a bunch of guys that have a hard time creating their own shots. Florida's interior play by strategy all year was just bull your way to the basket and put something up.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. C.J. Ingram's another guy who's going to get to play more.
I'm big on him.
Clavjar's back.
Yes. They'll have a good team.
Yeah, I'm just trying to.
They need if they could somehow get Chinulu and Condon to stay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if they stay there.
But they need a go-to, and I think that you'll probably, and I don't know if he's suited for it, I think you'll see A.J. Brown take on that aggressive Hawk role. He wants to. I think he just kind of knew his place. He's a big, athletic guy. There seems to be a high ceiling there. But I'm sorry, Isaiah Brown. Isaiah Brown's brother, though, was like a 14-point scorer.
Another stupid. These dudes would be stupid to come back. Condon and Chinulu can be NBA guys.
Yeah.
Really?
No.
Well, guess what? If they're paying you $3 million, stupid, to stay,
it's inaccurate
versus getting not getting drafted.
It's not the same as it used. I'm not taking his phone call.
No,
he can GTH.
Yeah, he's out.
Yeah,
Joe, you
is an idiot.
Goodbye.
Yeah, not taking it.
Oh wait, let him. You got him there. You got your finger on the button. Good morning, Joe. Yeah. Bye, Joe. There you go.
There you go.
He knew.
That way we let him on.
Yeah.
No, I'm not taking that.
No.
I don't know these guys.
I'm getting texts from Joe.
I still, my problem is Joe, I might throw one out every now and then, but I get sick of guys like Mr. 10 who I never text anything. I don't care what his teams do. And he comes on, shut up.
You're going at me on Twitter, too, for no reason.
Listen,
just shut up. I mean, you got nothing better in your life?
I'll say this. I don't mind y'all coming at me. I get the text because I dish it out. The texts come flying, though, when the game ended, including by my buddy E. He was just going personal phone calls.
Bro, no text. No text, all vocals.
I can rattle off 20 of them that the boys. And again, that's fair. Kentucky Jeff, he can come give it to me. He was down in the dumps anyway, though, because the Cats had lost. But anyway, getting back to looking ahead to next year, it'll be interesting to see what he does. But one thing Todd Golden's shown is
he'll put together a roster.
Yeah.
Because the team the year before was good.
Mm-hmm.
They lost a heartbreaker in round one. Colorado hit a game-ending shot to win that one. That one had Zion Pullen he went and found from, San Jose somewhere out west. So he'll go get a couple of transfers. But, y'all you're way off base if you think Florida shouldn't keep guys like Boogie Fland. honestly, just don't talk basketball anymore.
Why would you want Boogie back? I don't know.
What-
because
what's
he's
the-
good.
it's
He plays great defense. He hits mid-range jumpers. Maybe he'll work on his three
He
this
can
offseason.
drive to
I don't
the
know.
hoop. He's an all-defensive player in the SEC. Y'all are crazy, man.
Yeah.
What do you think guys are? What do you think? There's 5 NBA players on every college team?
Jeez. Yeah, maybe you got spoiled by Walt and the guards.
I guess, but Boogie Flan is and by the way, it's a sophomore.
Yeah, he's young.
If he doesn't want to go to the NBA, you beg him back. Y'all don't know what you're talking about.
I got news for you. Boogie will get bought by somebody.
If he's not here, and he's good. Boogie's good.
Yeah, I think there's a 50-50 chance
Yeah.
Boogie just says, you know what, I'm going back to the
Boogie's-
Johnnies.
Yeah,
or,
Boogie's.
going home.
I hope he stays here.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%, man. I'd like next year in a look. The question is with Chinulu and Condon because there aren't big men.
Right.
Well, you going to go with Sikic or whatever his name is?
Well,
Silic? I mean,
he
they have no
again,
big men and no one's coming in.
Golden has done a nice job of finding the Chinulu and think
Yeah.
about all the big men who've come through.
But he's always had him for like a couple of years.
Yeah.
So, and he doesn't. Is Handlockton's eligibility up?
Well, he's going to apply, but he won't get it. He
Yeah.
made the decision, and
That-
God bless him.
That guy is he's the bobbler too. He has a hard time holding on to the ball.
Yes.
A good player. It's fine for the depth. Look, at the end of the day, you nailed it. Florida's the best rebounding team in the country. Iowa's 145th, and the rebounding went 27-27. They outworked you. They outwanted. That's a situation when the other guys say we wanted it more. You can believe them. If we're 145th in rebounding and you're number 1 and the rebounding is dead even, we outworked and out-hustled and beat you. You took us lightly.
Mm-hmm.
And to that, Victor, go the spoils this morning. And,
Condon basically said at the end of last week he's 50-50 on whether he'd be declaring for the draft.
Okay, that's a hope.
But he was getting feedback he could be a late first-round pick. I don't see it.
Well, I could believe that. I could believe that feedback based on how he's played the last 8 or 10 games. But I still think there's a lot of work to be done. And by the way, if I'm any college basketball coach, I've got a Charles Bediako poster in my office. Don't be this guy.
Right.
Don't take a surging career that's only getting better at this level and go chasing dollars that aren't going to be there. And you're going to end up in 2 years making half at, the G League stop for the Utah Jazz that you would make if you stayed here.
Mm-hmm.
And so I would like to see Florida do this. I would like to see them get up to that, like Kentucky, spend $15, $20 million and make sure you keep those guys. Right now, if I could keep Chinulu, Boogie, and Condon, if I could pay all 3 of those guys and then sprinkle in the Ingrams and Klavjars and Browns, Florida be fine. They'd have another 25-win, top 3 seed year. But that's a big if, getting Chinulu, Condon, and Boogie all back.
Yeah.
Because, Lee's out of eligibility, and Tommy Houck is going to go on and go to the NBA. So, those Houck was the closest thing that they had to Walter Clayton as a go-to guy, but he's not at 6'9". You're not in a position to have the ball at the end of the game, and that was what we always said about this backcourt. It's not that they're terrible; it's that they're not what those guys were last year. And NCAA games, they're not decided on your three-point percentage; they're decided with the ball in your guards' hands at the end of the game. That's how they end. Guards in games. Now, Iowa's guard dished to end the game, but guards in games, either with threes they have to take, drives they have to take, and I knew all year long that Florida season was going to end with our guards reminding us that they're not Walter Clayton, which we knew already, but there was no magic. And the sad thing about that was it was a good aggressive play. Why would you not put that defender on your hip, put up a shot, and maybe get a foul call because they call fouls left and right.
You got to shoot it.
You got to shoot it. It's so disappointing.
All right, we'll take a break. Keep it rolling. This is The Drill on 1010 XL 92.5 FM.
The Drill.
From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios. Short track, short stacks.
Oh, Lordy, what a mess.
This Sunday at Martinsville.
Gonna win at Martinsville.
Powered by the Plumbers and Pipefitters Local Union 234. From the station with the most horsepower, 1010 XL.
I'm Frank Frangie. Life-changing is an understatement for the 180 I've seen with my daughter Amber. She's now lost over 100 pounds with Awaken 180 in just 9 months. A true 180. Not just on the scale either, in her energy, her confidence, the way she lives. And what I love about Awaken 180 is we knew it would work. It wasn't a hope. It wasn't a guess that maybe it'll work. Amber started the programming knowing this was going to be her solution. Now, you've heard stories from our hosts and clients and probably people you know personally who've reclaimed their life thanks to Awaken 180. It works for the person who needs to lose 25 pounds. It worked for Matt Hayes, who wanted to lose 40. It worked for Hacker, who's lost more than 120 pounds. And it's worked for Amber, who's well over 100. That's why I believe in it. Whatever your scale number is, call the number that will work for you. 844-346-1800 or online at awaken180weightloss.com. Once again, that number is 844-346-1800, or you can reach them online at awaken180weightloss.com.
Did you know your roof ages from the inside out? By the time you see a leak, damage already exists beneath the shingles. Sun exposure, humidity, and seasonal storms slowly weaken roofing materials over time. If your roof is 15 years old or more, then now is the time to start planning, not reacting. At Endless Summer Roofing, we provide professional inspections and clear guidance so you can make informed decisions. Visit EndlessSummerRoofing.com to schedule a free inspection. Endless Summer Roofing, protecting your home from Florida's endless summer.
Sent in, and Sporting Jacks breaks through first.
For the latest on Jacksonville's pro soccer teams, join the Sporting Jacks Coaches Show, presented by Honda of the Avenues, every Tuesday night at 6 on 1010 AM and 1010XL.com.
For 25 years, Instant Keys has been the go-to locksmith service for car keys, transponders, and even high-tech smart locks. For honest, professional locksmith service,
Instant Keys comes to you.
Baloo here for Smunez Vision. Why Smunez Vision? Well, I've been with Dr. Neil Smunez now since I got back to Jacksonville in 2006. 37 years of experience he has. Smunez Vision is a family organization that focuses on personal high-quality medical and surgical eye care. Dr. Catherine Smunez is fellowship trained in cornea and cataract surgery and all refractive surgery. Combined, that's 30 years plus in laser eye surgery. Visit SmunezVision.com today. Here you can see.
Jimerson Burr is a full-service, Florida-based commercial law firm that has experience and capabilities to handle any legal issue a business is confronted with. Learn more about what they can do for you at jimersonfirm.com.
Some plumbing companies say they're local, right up until you realize their headquarters are in New York City. At Hall & Sons Plumbing, we're actually from here. Born, raised, and fixing leaks right here in Jacksonville. Hall & Sons Plumbing. Local. Family. Real.
Frank Frangie here for Coil Fencing. Since 1927, Jacksonville has trusted Coil Fencing to protect what matters. And I trust them too. From tough chain link to your commercial project to sleek aluminum fencing your HOA will love, Coil does it all. Did you know that Coil can also install, service, and maintain those automatic gates that help protect your neighborhood or business? To schedule a complimentary consultation, visit CoilJacks.com. That's COYLE Jacks.com. Coil Fencing, A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau, proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
La playa is Spanish for the beach. If you can't remember that, the word Corona also works. Corona, La Playa awaits.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's team time, Farah doesn't flinch.
All right, welcome back to the program. This is the drill on 1010XL. 92.5 FM. I like to see when we're down to the Sweet 16. Florida's not involved. I don't care. But I like to see the sort of the reseeds. And I guess Arizona would still be the favorite to win. Michigan is second. Duke is third. Does anyone else feel like where are you with Cameron Boozer in the NBA?
He doesn't seem super athletic, but he's very coordinated and he's big. I think he's a
if you had a chance to take some of these other
cats.
He is?
You know who I think he is? I tell you who Cam Boozer is. I can tell you exactly who he is.
Okay.
Al Horford. That's Boozer. Rebounds inside. He can go outside and as his game develops and hit threes, about the same size. Horford was a 3 or 4 pick. That's probably about where Boozer's going to go. I would expect that kind of. And Horford was solid. Like, he never stood out as one of the top 10 players in the league. He was an all-star.
Once or twice.
More than that.
Was he?
He was a very big part of Atlanta's, when Atlanta got good and won. He's a 20-10 guy one year. Mm-hmm. I'd say 3 all-stars. I don't mean to say he made 10, but that period where Atlanta was good.
If you were picking third, second.
Then the Hawks might be, so this is a relevant question.
Would you take 5-time All-Star Al Horford?
Yeah. It's a
10,
little better
11,
than you
15,
remember.
16, 18.
Yeah.
I always thought he was like good, not great.
No, he was better than good, not great, but he was like a 5-time All-Star. That's
pretty good.
Yeah. I think, but Boozer's game, I'm not saying he'll have that exact resume, but that's who he reminds me of.
Now, All-Stars is different. Like, he won third-team All-NBA 1 year for Al Horford.
That's what I said. Not top 10, but a better than good player.
Yeah.
The best player on a team.
If you're picking second or third, wouldn't you rather roll the dice on a guy who's going to be Kevin Durant or somebody along those
Allen
lines?
Iverson,
Yes.
Kevin Durant.
There's some of those guys. A lot of you got to picking your points with those freshmen.
The Acuff.
I think Boozer is the safe one.
He's safe.
He's safe. He's like his dad too.
Yeah.
That's another one. He's not as big and bulky, but that's another similar.
I'm just curious, like, where do you think Boozer will ultimately fall?
I think what we're doing with Boozer here, and I think you got to take into effect, it's not just what he is now. That man's going to grow into a body. His dad's a big guy. Right now, he's still kind of that skinny teenager kid look, but he impresses me. I'm like you. The eye test when you watch him run up and down, but then if you watch the whole game, he does a lot, man.
Yeah.
He's long-armed. I'd be okay. Like, as a Hawks fan, and you can give me Boozer or Peterson or Ament or, like, I'm taking Acuff and I'm taking, but I would take Boozer over some of those swing guys.
Okay.
But, again, I have a team that has swing guys, too. I think part of it would depend on where you are. His brother's starting to play and contribute a lot more. I don't know if he was hurt earlier in the year, but he was kind of AWOL. Didn't Duke get the big guy back, the Nwongo guy, or no? I didn't watch the second game.
I don't know.
No one knows.
Yeah, the big guy came back.
He came back, yeah. Well, that's important. They didn't have him in that first game, and they about got, didn't they?
Who is the three worst teams left seeding-wise? Not seeding-wise, but if you were to, they have
the least chance of winning?
Yeah, they have Texas, Iowa, and Tennessee.
Yeah, that's unfair to Iowa. I just watched Iowa be the top 4 team.
Then they have Nebraska.
Yeah.
Then they have Alabama.
Okay, here's what I would say to the guy ranking. Florida played Alabama and beat the holy tide out of them.
Yeah, but they get Arizona next.
Florida played Arkansas's 11. Florida played them, beat them by 20.
Yeah.
Iowa just beat Florida.
Yeah.
So if you beat
Iowa
Florida,
higher.
you should be a little higher.
Okay.
4 SEC teams. That's also disappointing, not going to lie. 4 SEC teams and Florida can't find a way to beat one of them. Come on, man. 4 teams they went 5-0 against. Hey. Michigan State at 8's too high, I think. I think it is what we thought it was, and it's going to come down. And if the only thing I would change is I had Iowa State into the 4, I would go back to Michigan if I could, but I can't.
Yeah.
But my final 4 was Arizona and Iowa State on that side. But Michigan, Michigan's awful good when you were as dominant as they are. Michigan reminds me kind of like those 06, 07 Gators.
By the way,
they had a stretch where they're like 18 in a row and killing everyone.
End of the half. I forgot about this. End of the half, Boogie shoots that air ball 3. Iowa's up 2. Chinyelu murdered an Iowa guy. Did you see that?
Did he push him off with his hand?
He didn't push him. He just ran square into his back, and he went flying. And the Iowa coach was all upset at the end of the half, and I don't go, why is he upset? And they said, well, you think they want 0.3 left? No, he wanted to review. I mean, that would have been like a flagrant 2. I mean, Chinyelu plowed the guy. I mean,
Chinyelu also had some, you know what? He got in foul trouble. Sometimes you can blame it on the whistle, and sometimes you can blame it on a guy just doing dumb fouls. He had 2 dumb fouls. The foul on the baseline where he just chanked the guy, lower body him. They're going to call a foul there, Rubes. We're kind of going to need you.
Yeah.
You're kind of our advantage is the front court here, and those guys went AWOL on us. And Chinyelu and Handlockton were no-shows. But Chinyelu felt terrible, by the way. He was despondent. He was crying in the post game.
They all were.
I get it. But Chinyelu in particular, the one guy who didn't show up was him.
You would have never thought.
No, he's the enforcer. He's the guy you would think. And I don't know if he just wants to get off to doctor in school and go be a surgeon or if he might come back for another year.
Yeah.
I guess it's probably too soon to wait and see. I imagine if you're Condon, he's going to go. If he thinks he can go late first, early, and it's more about at this age, get up to the pros, work on your game, get in a team. But Chinyelu has no business going anywhere but back to Gainesville if he wants to keep playing basketball.
Correct.
And if he does want to be, if he'd rather be a surgeon than an NBA player, it makes even more sense.
Condon will be 22 in July.
Yeah, he
so
needs to go. I would go.
Yeah, I probably would.
I would go. And he'd be a senior now, too, right?
Yeah.
He's a year ahead of Houck. No, Houck's a junior, too. Same class.
Yeah.
Of course, with today's eligibility, who knows? Who knows how long they let him play? It is a next-gen.
Bottom line is the last 2 minutes, they just...
Yeah, they gave the game away.
They gave it away.
Breakdown after breakdown.
And Iowa deserved to win. Again, I'll say it again and again, but Florida had a chance to steal it.
Yeah.
And they blew it.
Iowa did. It gave me serious Vandy vibes.
Yeah.
From the get-go. They came out. They
only
covered
difference is they came back
well,
this time.
yeah, but they came out chest to chest.
Oh, yeah.
You know, that's the way they played the whole game.
Yeah.
And Florida didn't respond. And Florida doesn't need a soft whistle.
Right.
Florida needs a hard whistle. Florida can't have a whistle where if you bang a guy and barely touch him and he falls down in the lane, they call a foul. It can't. Florida needs to be able to bang and take advantage, and they weren't able to do that with the way the game was officiated. And I wouldn't say it was necessarily like poorly officiated against Florida. It was just very tight whistle. And in that game with a Big Ten team and a burly team in the Gators, it was surprising to see the refs decide they wanted to be a big part of it.
All right, we'll take a break, and we'll get nasty when we come back. This is The Drill on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
The Drill.
From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
We're looking for a bag man. You want the job?
Rick Ballou.
Yeah? Okay, you got it.
He studied criminology at Florida State, but now sports are his bag.
What's in the bag, man?
Ballou.
Drop the bag.
Evenings on 1010XL.
Frank Frangie here. Madness is back, and Nimnik Buick GMC is bringing the excitement with Shoot for Loot. This month only, when you purchase any new or used vehicle from Nimnik Buick GMC, you'll get a chance to take a shot and win $1,000 cash. That's right, $1,000 cash in your pocket with one shot. And the winning doesn't stop there, because when you shop at Nimnik Buick GMC, you're getting savings and selection. Nobody does a better job. I've been buying my cars at Nimnik forever, and I promise you I trust them. Go visit the showroom off Phillips Highway. And remember, nobody but Nimnik. GMC, we are professional grade.
Hey, don't buy a diamond in Jacksonville until you check out Beard's Diamonds. Hicken here for Beard's Diamonds. You're going to see a much bigger selection, higher quality than those chain store diamonds, and you'll get a better price. Listen, we had anniversary last week. I went to Beard's. I saw the Lupos, local people, 40-plus years. Great. And, man, they were terrific to me. I appreciate them so very much. And you'll get the same experience at Beard's Diamonds that I did. They take care of local customers. Free lifetime warranty, free maintenance, free sizing, free cleaning, free insurance appraisal. They don't nickel and dime you. Everything's included at no charge. And Beard's loves the local heroes in uniform. Military, police, firefighters, nurses. 25% off every day on every purchase. Nobody at Beard's is paid on commission. There's no pressure to sell you or upsell you. Take my advice. Visit Beard's. It's terrific. Get to know the local owners. They'll be glad to talk to you. They'll teach you the inside tricks. And it's not just engagement rings. Beard's has case after case of gorgeous everyday jewelry. Shop local. Shop Beard's at the St. John's Town Center.
He tackles talk radio like a middle linebacker in the gap.
I tell it like I see it, and I see it like a middle linebacker.
Tommy Mack. Fridays on Jaguars Today. Unsealed by renewal by Anderson Custom Windows and Doors on 1010XL.
Hicken here. Oh, boy, you know I love a good flash sale, and we got one right now from Zero Res. This week only 15% off all cleaning. It's International Cleaning Week, baby. Carpet, air ducts, tile, grout, upholstery, hardwood, area rugs, and more. Be the household hero and book now. Call 287-5727. Flash sale this week only for 15% off all cleaning from Zero Res. Tell Dan sent you. Zero Res, spelled backwards and forwards. It's the right way to clean.
Zero Res. Home of the Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Ready to dance? Right now on Hard Rock Bet, new customers get paid double winnings on your first 10 bets. And we'll keep you dancing all tourney with 2 profit boosts for every day of hoops. That's right. All customers can get a parlay profit boost and a live bet profit boost from now till they cut down the nets. Double winnings, daily dancing boosts only on Hard Rock Bet.
Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about your gambling? Call or text 1-833-PLAY-WISE.
Attention men and women. If you would like to get your hair back, then you need to listen to some of our clients. John in Orange Park.
IHRS showed me what was causing my hair loss and helped stop it.
Call IHRS now at 904-777-IHRS. Find out how to grow your hair back with a free hair and scalp examination. Mike from Bay Meadows.
I finally found the most experienced company who could restore my hair. Now I have hair where I had none before.
Results guaranteed. Diane from Ponte Vedra.
Now I have what lotions couldn't give me. Thick, beautiful hair.
Find out why you're losing your hair and how to grow your hair back. Call 904-777-IHRS for a limited time free hair and scalp examination.
Now my hair will grow for the rest of my life. Thanks, IHRS.
Thank you, IHRS.
Thanks, IHRS, for giving me my hair back.
Hurry and receive a free hair and scalp examination and get 2 weeks of laser treatments for free. Call IHRS at 904-777-IHRS. That's 904-777-4477. Hairforme.com.
Here's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update, sponsored by 5-Star Bath Solutions. Florida teams were eliminated early from the NCAA men's basketball tournament. USF and UCF failed to advance to the second round, where Miami and Florida exited the competition. Jacksonville's Lady Dolphins season ended in Baton Rouge with a loss to LSU. They finished 24-9, matching a program record. At your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update, I'm Sam Nelson.
Currently, it's 8:59 and it's 63 degrees. Your time and your temp is brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Focused, fueled, fearless, Farah.
I'm fed, feeling X-rated. It's Mr. Nasty time. Oh, Mr. Nasty time. The nasty time.
All right, lots of March Madness talk in case you missed
more.
It was the upset of the night.
I'm done with it. I don't want to talk about it.
Florida falls to Iowa and did just that. It was just terrible breakdowns.
Can I talk about something that made me feel good yesterday?
Sure. I like that. I'm a feel-good guy.
This is a feel-good. This is when good things happen to good people.
Okay. What happened?
A week ago, it was Players Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
Matt Fitzpatrick, I think he was on like 16 with a one-stroke lead.
Playing with Cameron Young.
I think he was going to win the chance to win the Players, which is great.
Big deal.
And
he was on the 17th tee with a one-shot lead.
Is that what it was?
Yeah.
And then he got to, and then 16, I think he parred 16.
They both parred, yeah.
Yeah, and then 17. Then 18, he hit his drive into the woods.
17, Cam Young made the birdie, and then the crowd kind of turned. Actually, even before they teed off on 17.
They were
the
cheering
USA charts.
which is fine.
There was a boo or two towards
they were riding
Fitzy.
50 pretty good. And, he lost, and that's a heartbreaking loss. You got to putt on 18 to get a playoff, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's a tough loss. Man, that guy did all the interviews. He wasn't crying. He went and congratulated Cameron Young's family. He went and sought them out and congratulated them. And he gave a great, it's a tough one to get over. Well, I better get over it in a hurry. Valspar starts Thursday. And then to his credit, same scenario, basically, again, right?
Real similar. It was tied for the lead. At this point, he needed to make a little bit longer putt on the 18th hole to win.
Was he striping the ball, though?
Yeah.
Was he in the zone there in the last 3 holes? And what do they call that? Snake pit?
It's the snake pit, Dan.
Snake pit?
They did put up I don't know if you saw the comparison, but they put up the statistical comparison that holes 1 through 15. In the last X amount of years, the field was like 2,800 under par, and then on holes 16 through 18, they were 5,000 over par.
Hey, can I ask you
is it 16 through 18? It's
yes,
late. Yeah.
Yes. Can I ask you one more question before I get back to the field?
Yeah,
good?
Sure.
Is the PGA Tour course supposed to look like that?
It was a little firm and fast. Yeah.
Well, I mean, it was browned out.
It looked browned out, yeah. I think the conditions were fine, though, because we would have heard about it.
Okay.
Like, it can look brown. And in fairness now, in this case, and I wouldn't always do it. I'm not standing up for the...
I'm just asking. I don't know.
We had a really cold winter.
Yeah.
It got colder in Tampa than it ever gets.
I mean,
that was
TPC
2 weeks ago,
TPC
bro.
looked beautiful.
That's a TPC, bro. That's where
PGA Tour event.
Yeah, that's a TPC.
We're not playing live here, buddy.
That's TPC. Where, by the way, they know it's going to get cold in the winter. Yeah. Like
Anyway. He then he's striping his drives on 18. He hits a beautiful shot. He's got about a 15-footer? 18-footer?
Yeah, it had some distance.
Cured it. Beautiful putt. Rolls it right in. Throws a fist pump. Wins the event. And it's kind of good. He deserved it after. The way he handled defeat made me happy. Also, the fact that I had him, but I don't care.
I think that's what it's all about. We finally got to the lead sentence there.
But it made me happy that – no, because I like Matt Fitzpatrick.
Yeah, I like him too.
Did y'all see JT? It wasn't his tee, but he was on the fairway with his driver and he hit somebody. Did y'all see that?
No.
Oh, man. He cranked it and it hit somebody.
What happened with the girl got run over by the golf cart?
She was okay.
They act like Brooks Koepka lifted it off of her like Superman. Is that what happened?
No, he just stood there and
noticed
talked to her.
Okay. Well, that's just fine, too.
904. That was nice again.
I don't know what in the world.
By the way, we're setting up for a great Masters because a lot, like DeChambeau's winning on the live.
Yeah, and Rahm's competing
right there. Koepka's game looks like, and you get to the Masters, all the big boys come to play. You know, so I'm
terrific.
I think we got a great.
When
Masters
is that? The week of the 12th?
2 weeks.
Weekend of the 12th, or is it Easter?
Well, we got
weekend?
Houston, San Antonio, and then the Masters.
So yeah, that'd be the weekend of the 12th.
Yeah. So.
I don't know how or why, but from could barely win in however many years.
Feel good moment.
To suddenly he's the Phil Jackson of race teams, but Michael Jordan's squad won again yesterday. This Tyler Reddick has won 4 of the first 6 races from Daytona to Darlington. He did it again yesterday, and Jordan, man, is just red hot right now.
He's loving that stuff, man.
It's co-owned by Denny Hamlin and Jordan, and he's. I wonder now if he's too good, and now he has to be at the race every week. And you think Michael Jordan wants to be at the racetrack every Sunday?
Yes.
He loves it that much?
He loves it.
Okay.
This picture, a picture is worth 1,000 words.
That's what I used to say.
But
now there's Snapchat.
Is a man who is defeated right here. And this is fantastic. This is my guy Sully. After the Gators had given up 9 walks.
Yeah. He looks like he's had too much to drink.
That is a beaten man right there.
He's got his hat off. His elbow is on the dugout railing.
Hand over the face.
Hand over the face, like he just woke up off a 4-day, flu.
Yeah.
That's what that looks like.
Yeah. So anyway, I just I enjoyed that. I didn't enjoy it, but that sums up their weekend. If
you ask me, it's a really bold strategy, and I know the Rams have
Let's see if it pays off.
Have used it to perfection. But I'm not sure I like doing no diligence. I mean, there's a fine line between we don't want to get thrown off base to not even talking to whoever it is you want to draft, isn't there?
You would think.
I mean, I don't like it. And again, I don't, who knows what it'll be or mean, but I think we're getting a little bit full of ourselves if we think inviting 30 players in is in any way a disadvantage. I don't want to be thrown off by talking to him. What if the guy's an abject, non-communicator?
It's fair.
I don't like it. And again, I think maybe it's overblown. This is where I should back off the take. They're talking to every one of these dadgum guys. They act like they're doing something new, but somewhere along the way. They skip the pro days, Dan.
I'm going to ask this question. And I don't know if this is true, but I remember hearing this. The year we had a choice between Dante Personal Fowler, the Big Cat, and what's the receiver? Amari Cooper. Loop. Mari, yeah. Yeah, Amari Cooper. And what I heard was the Coop interview was horrible. And that it couldn't have gone any worse. And that you could just tell he didn't want to be here.
Yeah.
He did not want to play here. And I think, who's the best football player of those 3? The Big Cat? Would you pick the Big Cat ahead of Cooper? Cooper was pretty good.
Cooper was good.
Cooper was kind of underrated, but he almost has more of a Brandon Cooks feel than he does a superstar feel.
Yeah.
1,000-yard seasons for 2 or 3 different. It always hurts these players when their careers just fall off the cliff at the end. And Cooper fell off the cliff.
He did.
He went to Cleveland, did nothing. He went to Buffalo. You say, okay, they need him, and didn't do anything there.
Well, that's true.
Did he even play last year?
Oh, did he?
If he did, I don't.
Career receptions for Amari Cooper, please.
How many years did he play? I'm going to say he had a bunch. He had years where he had 100.
Okay.
But what year draft was that, did you say? That was Dante's year, so that's what, 15?
Mm-hmm.
So he played for I bet he had close to, I bet he had 800.
Yeah, I was going to say 800.
Never had 100 receptions in his career.
Oh, that surprises me.
Then he had
It's
about
not 800. I would say 650.
711.
Okay.
10,000 yards, 64 touchdowns.
That's a lot of yards.
Pretty good.
Yeah. So maybe, yeah. Maybe
But
it's not the 100 receptions. How many 1,000-yard receivers? 1,000-yard
seasons? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
See, that's big. So obviously he's a high yard per catch guy. If he's not having 100 catch seasons and he's having 1,000-yard seasons.
Yeah. Rookie year, 72, 1070. Next year, 83, 1153. Must have battled injuries. Had injuries 2 years in a row at 2008. Oh, no. Or did he get traded? No, 2000.
Got traded to Dallas.
Yeah. Got traded. Went to Dallas, went to Cleveland, finished in Buffalo. So, anyway, yeah, 30 years old.
But when it comes to the Jaguars.
Did not play last year. But anyway, my point was, in that respect, Amari Cooper didn't want to be here. Bad interview, bad.
Yeah,
juju.
I remember hearing that.
Out he goes.
Yeah.
So it comes down to personal Fowler and Big Cat.
Well, and the miss there was taking Dante Fowler. I don't remember what I do remember us with an eye on Cooper as a media and as a fan base. But if the team was set on defensive line, just another abject, pitiful job by the Jags brass, who for year after year brought us in cruddy talent. Just did an awful job.
Yeah.
You're through them all. Look, they have a hit here or there, but if you're trying to sum up any of the GMs here since Coughlin and try and giving them anything better than a C+ at best, then you may be disingenuous.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of massive failures with those first-round picks. Massive.
But you're not big on not doing the interviews.
Well, I'm not going to question them. I just, I don't. It feels like it's a look at me move.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see why if you're deciding between four guys. I think it would have some value talking to it. You're smart enough to be able to differentiate. Like you say, we don't want 15 minutes to ruin it. Well, if you're going with that attitude, then you can still do it.
Mm-hmm.
If you get, I will say this with the 58th pick, 56th pick probably doesn't matter.
Yeah.
What 30 are you going to bring in? Now you might be tipping your hand. Like if you got a first-round pick and you bring in 30 pride, nobody knows who the heck it is you're going to take. And if they get it on the lowdown. What we forget about the NFL, Dan, it's like any other industry. There's so much cross-pollination. Teams find out what other teams are doing, man. They all work. They all talk. Hey, don't say anything but. I promise you.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I just don't think you're outsmarting anybody. I don't think you're going to be sneaky and no one have an idea what you're going to do.
Well, we're down to the Sweet 16. It doesn't include the Florida Gators. They lose last night, 73-72. A lot of blame to go around. A lot of things didn't go right. Nonetheless, a great 2-year run for Todd Golden, SEC regular season champ, something to hang your hat on this year. But definitely, we talked about it on Friday here. And I asked Patrick Young, I said, what would make this a disappointing season? Not getting to the Final Four. So
yeah, I would have taken the 8. I didn't have them getting by the 8 personally, but I did not getting to the 16 is a failure. That's a failure.
Yeah.
You're a 1 seed. Yeah, you don't get an excuse or a build-in. And
you played at home basically.
Right.
Whenever, anytime you make the Final Four, it's a great year.
Great year.
A great year.
Right. It's almost as it's the closest thing to winning a title in any sport without winning a title.
Correct. The Final Four is what it's all. You cut down the nets. You're going to the Final Four.
You hang a banner.
Yeah, it's a big deal. All right, you go to the Final Four, it's a big deal. And it should never, ever, even if you're Kentucky, ask Kentucky how happy they would be to go to a Final Four right now. Right?
Yeah.
Ask Kansas how happy they'd be to go to a Final Four right now. Ask North Carolina how happy they would be to go to a Final Four right now.
Ask anyone in the field. Ask Tennessee. They've never been to one.
Yeah. I guess the only one who has to win the championship sort of, to me, is Duke.
Well, it depends on what your standard is. I would argue just as big Houston. Houston's up there every year.
Yeah.
You've been there. You're in the title. You got your regional round at home. You're a veteran team.
Yeah.
So I say
Houston doesn't.
But you don't put the pressure on them. That's right.
Yeah, they don't have
the profile.
No, they don't have the
That's right.
Even though the last 10 years their resume is as good as anybody's without a national title, they don't have the rest. So. It will be interesting.
We mentioned that the Major League Baseball season opens this week. Your Mets are where? Against the
We're
Paul
home against Pittsburgh.
It actually Wednesday night, the Yankees and the Giants will open the season on Netflix. So
Who do you open with?
Nothing says America's pastime like a Netflix opener on
You
Wednesday
opening
night.
out west again?
We're opening, I believe, at home against the Royals. I know we open against the Royals. I think it's at home. But I just want to take just 1 second. It doesn't happen very often.
Okay.
Championships do not grow on trees.
Yeah.
And so I would like to congratulate the Atlanta Braves, the 2026 Grapefruit League champions. That's right. Nobody squeezed the grapefruit this spring.
Hang that banner.
Like Atlanta. It's pretty obvious.
Will there be a ceremony?
It's pretty obvious that we're coming to this baseball season with some momentum, one, and some want to. Because in past springs, we haven't cared a lick about winning. We'll see if it translates. But I would like to think that by winning the 2026 Grapefruit League champions, immediately we're at the very least the National League favorites, perhaps the entire Major League favorites. That's right, Dodgers. I'm talking to you. I remember the good old days when the Dodgers were in the Grapefruit League.
I hate the Dodgers.
Sports were so much fun before all the greed and money, and it's just like, how else do you explain the first weekend of March Madness starting 80% of your Sunday games at 7 o'clock or later? That makes no sense, Dan.
Yeah,
we had all day Sunday. Play a game at noon, have a game at 1, have a game at 3, have a game at 4. I mean, let us watch.
Yeah.
Why? It would make sense if they were going to spread it all out so nothing covered each other.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're going to cover each other from 6 until 9:30, then just cover each other from 1 to 3:30. Then the whole thing ends at 7, 8 o'clock, and we're good to go. I didn't really like staying up till 10 to watch the Gators lose, quite frankly, but I'll give you that much. Starting this game on Sunday night at 9:45 makes me wonder, why did you pay so much for the rights? Who's watching that? Alabama and Texas Tech fans and somebody who needs it for their bracket.
Yeah.
It seems just, all for a buck, though, Hick.
Well, it's a lot of pain today. A lot of pain going around, a lot of hurt, a lot of anger.
Yeah, I'm not angry. I'm a little bit, yeah.
I like this line.
I'm a little bit frustrated. We lost to a team that we should have beat, and our golden boy coach, who I love to death, dropped a Baby Ruth in the pool at the end of the game. I mean, that's on the coach. You got a bunch of 20-year-olds. You got to have a better plan than just.
Do you agree with this statement, guys? Sometimes a sleazy college basketball coach is evil, like Bruce Pearl, and sometimes they're cool, like Rick Pitino.
And in fairness, Bruce Pearl's probably not near as sleazy as Rick Pitino. I don't remember the stories of Bruce Pearl in a Mediterranean restaurant.
Nasty.
Hey, it's yours.
Go if you really want to get nasty. Go look at what Pitino testified on the record.
Yeah.
Oh, word.
Well, yeah, wasn't an NCAA violation. No, don't ask, don't tell. Another speed trap in play, if we could.
15 of them things.
15?
Right now, we got chips are all over the Arlington.
I'm coming you like a spider monkey.
Like a spider monkey.
All over the Arlington Expressway, especially westbound, right before the Matthews Bridge. So we're running it hard this morning. Keep those speeds down. Keep that cash in your pocket with a drill speed trap alert. It's a Next Gen Roofing Monday. The boys will either trend or New York City headline or something to get us out of this funk that Florida has put us in. You're listening to 1010XL on 92.5 FM.
The Drill at the DivorceMenOnly.com studios. It's like playing 18 holes on a beautiful day.
See if you can outdrive the amazing Blacker guy.
It sure feels good.
Yes!
1010XL, Jacksonville's golf station.
It's time to upgrade your ride at Randy Marion Cadillac on Southside Boulevard in Jacksonville.
Trade your Tesla for the ultimate luxury. Experience a brand new Cadillac EV.
At Randy Marion Cadillac in Jacksonville, we have over 33 stunning EVs to choose from.
Feel the power and enjoy a range that takes you farther than ever before.
You love your Tesla, but it's time to elevate your ride. Pick the color and drive away today.
Randy Marion Cadillac in Jacksonville, where luxury meets performance. Visit us today.
And don't forget, tell them Jennifer sent you.
Leon Sersa here, your lemon pepper guy. You know Wingstop always delivers. And I'm not talking about their cook-to-order, hand-sauced and tossed chicken sandwich in your choice of 12 mouth-watering flavors. I'm not talking about the house-made ranch. So good, nobody will blame you if you double dip. I'm talking about Wingstop that delivers straight to your door. And did you know they're open until 1 a.m.? So visit wingstop.com or use the app to get flavors delivered right to your door late night only at Wingstop.
Can't stop. Wingstop.
Hey, Hickett here for all my friends at Beaches Dermatology. All your skincare needs, all your skincare products. It's Beaches Dermatology. All right, spring is sprung. Time to be careful. Time to protect that skin from the sun. Come on now, guys. Floppy hats, long sleeve dry fits, sunscreen if need be. If you're going to be out there for a while, protect that skin here in the Sunshine State. If something does appear, do yourself a favor. Go to beachesdermatology.com. Go see Doctors Metz, Dr. Boudreaux, Dr. Fader with the Mohs surgery. And by the way, Dr. Blake Boudreaux now seeing patients at our Atlantic Boulevard office. That starts up in April. This means that no matter what part of town you live in, Dr. Boudreaux has you covered as he travels between all 4 of our locations. Listen, if you're listening, get that skin checked before the summer. Make sure you're in good shape. Go see Doctors Boudreaux, Dr. Metz, Dr. Fader for all your skincare needs and all your skincare products. I go to the one off Solano, but there are plenty of Beaches Dermatology locations to serve you. BeachesDermatology.com.
If you've been searching for answers to your quarterback questions, he's the lighthouse to guide you home.
I'm Denny Thompson, and they call me the quarterback whisperer.
He shares his insights Friday mornings on The Drill. Wrapped up by George Moore Chevrolet on 1010XL.
Our slogan, Know Before You Blow, applies to more than just DUI cases. Hi, I'm attorney Lee Lockett of Lockett Law. Battery charges can result in jail time and criminal convictions too. So know before you blow a gasket and hit a loved one or a stranger. Drug crimes like possession of marijuana and cocaine will land you in cuffs too. So know before you blow. In a boating under the influence case, you also have the option to blow or not to blow. So know your options. Know before you blow. Go to knowbeforeyouBlow.com now. Offices Jacksonville.
Hi, I'm Sean Monahan from Monahan Jewelers in Atlantic Beach. Since 1977, we've been Jacksonville's local family jeweler with a beautiful selection of fine jewelry and certified diamonds. But we're also Jacksonville's leading buyer of gold, silver, and diamonds from the public. Gold has recently hit an all-time high at over $5,000 per ounce, and silver is over $100 per ounce. Pay bills, buy something fun. Now is the time to sell your gold and silver for cash and get top dollar, or trade it in for a new piece and get even more at Monahan Jewelers in Atlantic Beach.
Catch Gators baseball all season long on 1010XL. Pitched by the personal injury attorneys of Farah and Farah, Randy Marion Cadillac of Jacksonville, and Renewal by Anderson Custom Windows and Doors.
Hey, it's Travis from Cannons of Jacks. When you need a trailer hitch, gooseneck, or RV towing options, call us at Cannons. We've been doing it for 55 years, and customer service is our #1 priority. Visit cannonsofjacks.com.
This is Jeff Middlecoff with Cogent Bank. My associate Ryan Salem and I joined Cogent Bank because we wanted to revolutionize the mortgage business, just like Cogent Bank has revolutionized the banking business. So Ryan Salem and I are able to leverage the power and stability of Cogent Bank to go out and find our clients the best investors, the best products, and the best rates in the entire country for your particular mortgage loan. Of course, you don't have to be a customer at Cogent Bank to take advantage of our mortgage services to buy or refinance your home. We offer jumbo loans, VA, FHA, conventional, and investment loans. At Cogent Bank, we offer mortgages nationwide, so we can help you with a second home or help a family member who lives or is moving to another state. Call Ryan Salem or myself, Jeff Middlecoff, at Cogent Bank today, 904-442-9191, to see how we can help you with any of your mortgage loan needs, whatever or wherever they may be.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, Cogent Bank, NMLS ID 402296, Ryan Salem, NMLS ID 1182429, Jeff Middlecoff, NMLS ID 249086.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Still, present, ready. Farah doesn't flinch.
This weekend, that I'd never done before in terms of scheduling, I'd never been to a early wedding, and we had a 10 a.m. Saturday wedding, and it was a great time. It was fun. I kind of like that idea. You go at 10. You know me. I'm not a heavy drinker.
A little day drinking though.
But I was able to do some day drinking.
Sure. Were you just firing up the flask right there during the ceremony?
Well, so we're in the ceremony, wonderful ceremony in the church, and then we went over to the reception, and it kind of wrapped up 3 o'clock-ish.
Okay.
And then you got your whole day ahead of you. And you've had a fun time.
I think
it kind of worked
when we went
and
to...
it was also, the great thing, it was also a casual wedding. Which was kind of very cool.
That's big.
I think the earliest I've been to...
shout out.
I think I've been to a nooner or two, but nothing earlier than that. 10 a.m.'s early.
Yeah.
And credit to the dude who snagged that bride, because there are a lot of brides. There's no way they say they could be ready by 10 a.m.
Oh, yeah. She looked lovely. Had a beautiful wedding dress. So, yeah, it was very good.
At 10 a.m. where they got to be more cash. Like, hey, we doing tuxedos, limousines, all at 10 a.m.?
Yeah, they didn't do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
That makes sense.
And then the reception was at the Yards.
Turn up.
So it was cool. It was
I
great.
bet it was beautiful.
Oh, man, except you kind of want to go hit some golf balls a little bit when you're right there.
That'll happen.
You're right there.
That'll
Right,
happen.
yeah.
I used to have a buddy. I used to have friends that worked in the office building right next to the old Bay Meadows golf course, and so I'd stop by and see them in the afternoon, and they had these big open glass windows, and you looked right at the time like the 12th hole. I don't know how you do it, just all day long watching them play golf. That's hard.
But yeah, it was a lovely event, and appreciate them having
It's kind of a cool, listen, March Madness is known for creating its legend, and St. John's kind of created one last night with a kid named Dylan Darling. He had not scored in the game last night, and with 3.9 seconds, he drove and hit the game winner, and St. John's beat Kansas. They had to hold on for dear life. They choked the game away. They were up 14. Kansas roared back to tie it. They went on the last second shot. It's not so much that Dylan Darling made the shot. It's that he called for it. Rick Pitino said, this is the amazing thing and the funniest thing I've ever been involved with. Darling comes up to me and says, run power, which is a high back screen pick and roll. So I walk away and I said, yeah, okay, wait, let's run power. And I go, wait a second. He hasn't scored a bucket. He wants to run a play for himself. Here you go, Darling. He went and told the coach, call this play for me. We also learned that the Iowa kid had told his guy, give it to me, I'm going to shoot it, I'm going to make it. It was like Jimmy Chitwood. I thought they were making fun of Hoosiers for a second, and then the coach was like, really? You said that?
Yeah, he did.
And he did. He backed it up. That was the kid, by the way, got thrown to the ground by Condon.
And he kind of he made sure he got that step back behind the arc.
No, he did.
made sure he was behind the line.
He did step back.
It would have been a 2 if he let it go.
He stepped back.
Yeah.
He knew what he was doing. And, that's how great the defense was. Not only did they get a wide-open 3, they got a wide-open step-back 3.
Yeah.
Terrible, terrible way for it to end. Not a good look for button-up coaching. Not a good look for button-up basketball.
Yeah, they didn't show enough of the muscle guy. That hurt us.
I don't know if I
needed more shots.
Who is that guy? Is that someone's dad?
I heard that was it was Kugel's dad.
I remember that.
Last year, there was a big one.
That's him.
That was Kugel's dad.
That was a few years. I think this big guy wasn't this big guy following us last year too, though.
I don't know. No. This big guy apparently, from what I heard, I was told is friends of the Hawk family.
Okay.
So he was just there as a friend. But yeah, we needed more of him. They didn't show him enough.
Well, it's
of course everybody's going over getting shots with him doing ridiculous.
Yeah, he's a big dude. Yeah, he looks like one of those. If you ever watch those on ESPN 2 or 3 in the morning, the strongman competitions.
Oh yeah, where they're throwing kecks over.
He looks like his name is Burge, Sklavoniak from the Ukraine.
One thing I heard this weekend also, I forgot to tell you this, and I don't know if this is true or not. So but I like to do it on Sports Talk Radio. That maybe in Tallahassee, it wasn't necessarily the players who said, we don't want to play. That maybe it was more the staff wanting to get started on next year and not mattering. And I think that maybe been a little bit of a disservice. If that is true, I don't know that.
Okay.
But I did hear that this weekend, and I heard that from one source removed that the players said they wanted to play.
Okay, well, it wasn't intimated by Luke Laux. He said, the players don't want to play.
Yeah.
He said that, which is
if that's true, that ain't cool.
No,
but
it's not cool at all. You throw your players. I said it. We immediately write it off as today's
selfish.
We ain't getting paid. We ain't getting played.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so if they indeed wanted to play.
Maybe it's the coach and the staff who wanted to start figuring out the portal, the pieces of the roster, what's going to happen, and what does this benefit us? Well, it benefits you in the respect that you need to be playing.
If the players wanted to play and you said no, I would not go to FSU.
Yeah.
I mean, that's an easy one. You're telling me you don't want to compete.
Now, again,
if that's true.
If it's true.
Like I said, what makes that bad is that he is quoted as saying that the players voted not to, that he wanted to. I mean, I don't know if it was so far as him saying that he wanted to, but I think so.
Yeah.
I think I remember seeing that.
No, I'm pretty sure you're right.
The Florida basketball season does end, obviously, on a disappointing note, but let's don't be too harsh on just what this basketball team did. They followed up last year's NCAA tournament title by having to replace the entire backcourt. Was it perfect all the time? No. Was it seamless? Certainly not. but they won the SEC regular season title, and they did it dominantly. They ran away with the league. They beat all the good teams by a million. This is a basketball team that got handled one time all year.
Mm-hmm.
Vanderbilt handled them. Every other game they lost was right down to the 5. This game was a lot like the Missouri game, was a lot like the TCU game. They just, those games they had a chance to win late. This Florida team was a whisker away from being like 37-0 right now. It's that close, except for the Vanderbilt game. Every single game was a possession game. And that's what's disappointing. This team proved the way they played against Duke and Arizona that they were a Final Four level team. So the way they played in those non-conference, they didn't win those games, but they go down to the last shot and then dominating a league that, as we're now learning, was pretty good. It's a pretty deep league. When you're running through it, it's easy to say, well, the league's not good. 4 teams are in the Sweet 16. It matters. 4 teams that beat power program teams. They didn't just, upset their way to the Final Four. Arkansas and Texas and Bama, they won games. Tennessee. Man, here are the Gators. They'll just sit home and watch. And speaking of, there's a dude that needs to get on his horse.
Who that?
Todd Golden. And when it comes to figuring out this offseason and just what, moves are going to have to be made.
We're going to need some New York City headlines when we come back. I can't do this anymore.
Cleanse the palate.
I got to cleanse.
Yeah.
I'm getting angry.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Well, we'll do that and more when we return. It's the Next Gen Roofing Monday.
The Drill. From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios. From Duval to the world.
All communication lines are clear.
Download the 1010XL apps for free on Apple and Android devices and listen wherever life takes you.
In the game of vehicle performance and reliability, Atlantic Infinity is always the top pick. This is Hayes Carlion. Did you know that every certified pre-owned Infinity is inspected, factory-backed, with a limited warranty, and gets the same championship-level service as a brand-new Infinity? Every mile will feel like first class. Check out their full certified inventory now at AtlanticInfinity.com or visit Atlantic Infinity off Atlantic near St. John's Bluff.
Transmission troubles? I'm Robin Sidbury, owner of Action Transmission Specialist on Merrill Road. So come in and see how we can help solve your transmission troubles. We service all makes and models. Remember, get traction. Call Action at 744-0755.
Hey Jacksonville, this is Dr. Kevin Kaplan, proud partner and orthopedic specialist of Jacksonville. We're honored that the Jacksonville Icemen rely on our team for their sports medicine and orthopedic care. We built this practice with one mission, to raise the bar for orthopedic care right here in our hometown. Faster access, smarter treatment plans, and better results. Whether you're recovering from a sports injury or managing joint pain, we're here to help you get back in the game, stronger and pain-free. Visit osjax.com to learn more. That's osjax.com.
When it comes to glass, you don't want average. You want flawless. Duval Glass and Mirror has transformed homes and businesses across Jacksonville for over 35 years. Frameless showers that wow. Mirrors cut exactly to your style. Fogged or broken glass replaced. Decorative tabletops. Windows replaced or repaired to stand up to Florida storms. All backed by a 100% guarantee. Visit DuvalGlass.com for your free quote. There's only one name for glass and mirror around these parts. It's Duval.
Checkmate. I'm Brendan Cecilia, founder of Checkmate Coatings.
And I'm Chester, Checkmate's mascot and brand ambassador.
Why do you even talk in these ads?
People see me on the trucks, Brendan, so they expect to hear from me as well.
But I have over a decade's experience personally installing high-quality polymer floors right here in Jacksonville.
Well, I'm a professional mascot, riding around on the side of your trucks, smiling at passers-by.
Then could you at least tell people about our 2-stage polymer application process? Give your garage the finishing touch with a gorgeous floor that's guaranteed to last?
A bit busy posing for selfies, I'm afraid.
Years of experience?
Check. Adorable mascot?
Check. The team you need to make your garage gorgeous? Checkmate! Transforming your floors, making them great. Checkmate. Visit checkmatecoatings.com. That's checkmatecoatings.com.
Not everyone is built for a cubicle. At Local 234, apprentices get paid to learn hands-on skills like plumbing, pipe fitting, HVAC, the stuff Jacksonville runs on. No endless lectures, no massive student debt, just hands-on training, real jobs, and real pay. This is how you level up, by doing work that actually matters. Check them out at UA234.com. Proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Local 234. Make the right connection.
If your lawn took a beating this winter, listen up. Prosser here for Julington Creek Pest Control. They've just started the first of 3 rounds of premium granular fertilizer. No cheap liquid fertilizer here. Custom blended for Northeast Florida lawns. Their certified technicians apply slow-release nutrients. Rebuild your lawn thick, strong, and green over time. Plus, they protect your home from pests and termites. Call Julington Creek Pest Control today. Our family serving yours since 1984.
Have you got concrete or asphalt rubble piling up? Arcosa Crushed Concrete will pay you for it and recycle it. They're just minutes from Everbank Stadium on Talleyrand. Call Arcosa Crushed Concrete and get paid for what you don't need. ArcosaCrushedConcrete.com.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's team time, Farah doesn't flinch. Now, the Monahan's golden moment. Monahan Jewelers in Atlantic Beach, your local family jewelers.
Yeah, here's a golden moment. Don't press. How about we don't press? Golden.
Yeah, I don't want to say too many
That's my
terrible
golden
things
moment.
about Todd Golden this morning. I think he's a great coach. He's done an unbelievable thing, but that was a poor coaching effort in the final moments last night.
Great.
Yeah, if you indeed, and by the way, I think we kind of mentioned this. I don't think fouling was the right move.
No.
So that's a dumb thing to begin with. But if the plan was to foul and you can't pull that off, I don't know what we're doing.
Well, here's what
the plan should have been: don't give up a 3 no matter what.
Here's the other thing: if you foul, let's say you foul,
and
let's say he misses it. What was they had? It wasn't 2 free throws. Well, it was 2 free throws, wasn't it?
I can't remember
because he said. I think it was 2 because he said in the post game they would have 2 free throws.
Yeah.
Let's say they make one and miss one.
Yeah, and get the rebound.
And then they're going to foul you.
Yeah, or wait, what if they get the rebound off the miss? There's a lot to go wrong. I don't like fouling, but if it meant fouling or giving up a 3, can't this be whatever you do, don't play 3, and just play man-to-man defense? And if your guy gets by you inside the 3 and you have to foul him, but
all right, enough. Enough.
Yeah.
Enough. I need Oceanside Cleaners. I need New York City headlines. You know Oceanside Cleaners. We know Oceanside Cleaners. They're the very best in cleaners. There's 3 locations to serve you. They pick up and deliver. All right. They got 24/7 kiosks. They're off South Side. They're in Ponte Vedra. They got a new location in St. Augustine between Marsh Creek and Sea Colony in the same strip as Winn-Dixie. They're saying is if it's got fabric, we can clean it. And they do. They've cleaned my outdoor cushions, those lab coats. If you work at Mayo or wherever, doctor's office, they'll take great care of those. I've been going to Oceanside Cleaners for years, man, and they are the very best in dry cleaning. Laundry, bedding, award-winning bridal gown preservation. There's nobody better. Oceanside Cleaners, 3 locations to serve you. We just don't clean. We care. Hit it. Actual headlines from New York City periodicals. Split-second horror. LaGuardia plane crash audio captures moments before a fatal collision. I messed up.
The air traffic controller gave a fire truck, which was going to another incident. He wasn't just going to the garage. Gave him the go-ahead, and then the plane hit it. What the strangest thing about that was how slow both vehicles were going, yet how destroyed the front of that plane is. So it shows you those things are made out of paper.
Billionaire OnlyFans owner dead at 43.
I can only imagine the sordid ways in which they could have gone. And did they, stream it while they did?
Ruth's Chris gets schooled by Chili's and viral dress code feud online.
Goodness.
I don't know how in any way ever Chili's would, quote, school Ruth's Chris. I'm assuming this is a Chili's press release.
Savannah Guthrie could be returning to Today's Show as soon as next month.
Yeah.
Meh.
Hotel buffet crashers caught on camera loading up plates, walking out without paying.
Do people really do this? Do people come off the street into a hotel buffet? I mean, I don't even like the hotel buffet when I'm staying there.
Yeah.
But are people literally coming off the street, getting a breakfast, and then heading out?
Yeah.
That sounds more something like out of a Family Guy plot.
Not only are they doing that, they're recording themselves while they're doing it.
Oh, okay. Well, good.
You will be charged. Cops ban over-the-top twerking at legendary Party Beach.
Yeah, I don't know if you can arrest someone for dancing. I mean, if they take their clothes off, I guess, but I think that's Good luck getting that one held up in court.
Oh, twerk.
Didn't need it. Brooks Nader reveals which plastic surgery procedure is her forever regrets.
Is Brooks Nader related to Ralph Nader?
No.
Okay.
Big Brother, the high-tech scarecrows watching your every move and what they're really being used for.
Come on, man. We all know this. Have a conversation with someone around your phone, and 5 minutes later, that will be solicited on your phone. It's dirty. It's rotten. The country is headed toward dystopia.
Out of line. Insane lines at New York City Airport sparked 3-hour wait times for flyers. Shutdown chaos sparks travel nightmare.
Buddy, now they had this. They're not opening LaGuardia until 2 today, so it'll be even worse.
McDonald's pilots humanoid robots to serve meals, greet customers.
And so it begins.
Yeah, it begins.
Yeah, so it begins. They're going to take away all your jobs and make you beg them for money. That's the dystopian government that's coming your way.
Case closed. Influencer claims Disney World staff shamed her short, form-fitting outfit after visitor complaints.
Well, now, I will say this.
He wouldn't be complaining, I'll tell you that.
Twerking on a beach, I don't want to talk out of both sides of my mouth, is different than dressing scantily at a park for 8-year-olds.
Let me go check out that outfit.
Yeah, I think it's fair to have, like, some sort of dress code, no?
To be frank, Taylor Frankie Paul sends cheeky message with shirt following Bachelorette cancellation.
She's the one that they put on them. This is ABC and Disney, okay? This is who they are. They go hire a woman who on camera beat up her husband.
Last one, actual headline.
Find true love.
Carrying a torching, smoking is cool again. Here's what you need to know.
Hold on. Why you pointed at me?
Yeah, I don't feel like smoking's cool again. I just read something. That's, you know who that? I told you the other press release put out. This one put out by Winston.
Yeah.
Because I just read something the other day. Yeah, I just read something the other day that the percentage of smokers is the smallest in history. We have breaking news this morning on the NFL financial front.
What do you got?
The now going rate for the highest paid receiver in the league will be $42 million a year. That's what Jackson Smith and Jigba has agreed to with the Seattle Seahawks. A 4-year,
$42 million, and ETN gets 13.
4 years, $168 million. The Vikings are bringing Carson Wentz in on a 1-year deal.
Yeah.
So
42.
Does that mean
$42 million, bro?
Now, I just want to ask this about the
$30 million more a year.
Yeah, that's
for
again,
Jigba
it's
than
crazy.
ETN.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I mean, he's a better football player, but
still,
$42 million?
Well, use a teammate. That's also $30 million more than Kenneth Walker.
Yeah,
That's about what
Kenneth go.
Yeah, again, Kenneth Walker, MVP of the Super Bowl.
Right.
Was unbelievable in the postseason. That game against the Niners, he 100-something yards, 3 touchdowns. As integral to the Seahawks winning certainly is Jackson Smith and Jigba. Not that Smith and Jigba and his greatness at his position shouldn't earn more, but $20 million more? $30 million more almost a year for Jackson Smith and Jigba. Is J.J. McCarthy getting cut? I mean, they just signed Kyler Murray. Now they go get Carson Wentz. This doesn't sound like that J.J. McCarthy is in the plans.
Wow.
Here's what I heard.
Okay.
They're so down on McCarthy that there's a good chance Wentz would be the backup.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
Well, in that case, he does no good. You're better off
you're
just
not cutting
clearing it. No, trading him. I mean, getting rid of him, I should have said.
Yeah.
I don't think you're cutting him.
Yeah.
But if you can get something for him, and by the way, good luck with that.
Yeah. It's
But the Carson Wentz, I mean, that train pulled out of the station like in Indy. What are we even doing with that?
Well, here's what if you're Wentz, you're like, I'll stay in Minnesota. He does a good job with the.
I get it for him.
Yeah.
J.J. McCarthy is another good candidate, like we say, Anthony Richardson, who would be good for like the UFL.
But at least J.J. McCarthy, I mean, he played a 16-game schedule leading them to a title. He played some.
Yeah, he played more.
J.J. McCarthy was not just the de facto, though. Didn't he go to Michigan to be the guy, and it took a while also?
Took a while.
I just remember he did a lot of handing off in Michigan.
Yeah.
That's true.
But he was good during the national championship. He was good during that. Craig Kimball's staying with the Mets organization. That's because nobody else wants to put him in the major league.
I didn't know that he was in the Mets organization. Congratulations.
He didn't make the roster.
Okay.
So he's trying.
Craig Kimbrell's like 40 by now, dude. He's done.
Yeah.
He was in our organization last year for a cup of coffee.
He was in everybody's organization.
Yeah, I know.
Wasn't he? Last year?
Yeah.
Astros, Braves, Orioles, Phillies, Dodgers, White Sox, Cubs since 21.
Yeah, that's since 21.
Yeah.
And just Braves, Red Sox, that's what it went. Or no, Braves, Padres.
Braves, Astros.
No, I'm talking about in the beginning. He didn't go from the Braves to the Astros. He came up with the Braves, and then they
came
part
up with
of
the Braves, went to the Padres, went to the Red Sox.
Then to the Red Sox, and then all this little
he's only
merry-go-round.
He's only with you for 5 years? What was he, a free agent? You didn't pay him? Is that what happened?
Oh, we traded him. He was part of that
you
trade.
traded him?
Yeah.
Okay.
George getting draft picks and whatnot. He may have been in like the is that Fulton-Avich maybe?
He went 46, 42, 50, and 47 save-wise.
He was dominant for Atlanta.
Good. Yeah.
Dominant for Atlanta. It was a big part of I think Kimbrel was kind of there. The Braves got down for like a whole year or two, and then he was kind of there as they got good again.
Who was he traded for? Do you remember?
I want to say maybe Newcomb is the big part of that deal. They let's see, Arizona, they got basically Swanson.
Oh, here we go. I'll find it.
Yeah.
Traded to the San Diego Padres.
Maybe a draft pick.
Traded by the Atlanta Braves with B.J. Upton for Jordan Perubek, Cameron Mabin, Carlos Quinton, Matt Wisler.
Oh, yeah. That's just a dump. It was a dump.
Then traded by the Padres to the Red Sox for Logan Allen, Carlos Asuje, Javi Guerra, and Manuel Margot.
It seemed like a worse move at the time, but Kimbrel was never the same after he left the Braves. He was okay, I think, maybe in Boston.
I think he had a couple good years there.
Yeah. Was he a Dodger maybe at one point, too, or no? Coffee, yeah.
22.
Yeah.
All right, let's take a break, make the turn for home next, right here on The Drill.
It's a Next Gen Roofing Monday on 1010XL.
The Drill.
From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
Live streaming from the XL Digital Studios. Brightened by Harbor Dental Care, Jacksonville's first choice for dental emergencies.
What if the next roof you put on your home was the last one? Not another replacement in 15 or 20 years, the last roof. Metlock Roofing is Florida's only manufacturer and installer of this exclusive roofing system. Engineered for strength, built for Florida weather, backed by a lifetime warranty. Imagine never needing another roof. Call 938-9933 or visit metlokroofing.com. Get your last roof today with Metlock. License number CCC 1335581.
Hey, this is Lauren Brooks, and if you think Closets by Design is just closets, you've got to see their brand new showroom at Phillips & Emerson. It's amazing what they can do. See for yourself how they custom design organization for any space. Garages, laundry rooms, bedrooms, even the man cave. It's all about smart storage that fits your lifestyle and budget. Schedule an appointment to meet with a design consultant and tour the showroom for ideas you can see and touch. Start at closetsbydesign.com.
Attention men and women, if you would like to get your hair back, then you need to listen to some of our clients. John in Orange Park.
IHRS showed me what was causing my hair loss and helped stop it.
Call IHRS now at 904-777-IHRS. Find out how to grow your hair back with a free hair and scalp examination. Diane from Ponte Vedra.
Now I have what lotions couldn't give me. Thick, beautiful hair.
Hurry and receive a free hair and scalp examination and get 2 weeks of laser treatments for free. Call IHRS at 904-777-4477. Hairforme.com.
Prosser here. I love golf as much as the next guy. In fact, I know how much y'all love golf. I know how much you spend on golf for accoutrements, constantly upgrading this, that, or the other. Let me tell you another addition to your golf game. A membership at Back Nine Golf. Way more affordable than you think, and it gives you the opportunity to, whether you want to work on your game indoors with all the technology, from launch angle to ball speed, you've got it all there. Instruction available as well. But you can also play any of the best courses in the world. You want to go play, Irish golf? Go down to Nocatee. They've got TGL level technology, and that makes a difference. Man, I don't know about you, but one of the biggest frustrations getting out and playing golf, even when the weather is good outdoor-wise, is the pace of play sometimes has gotten ridiculous. Oh, you guarantee your pace of play when you go to Back Nine Golf. So whether you want to play a simulated round in an hour or work on your game for an hour, open 24 hours. It's time for you to discover all that Back Nine Golf Ponte Vedra has to offer. Stop by and see them today. It's Back Nine Golf, Nocatee.
Pro soccer lives here. So be there when Sporting Jacks brings 90 minutes of pro speed, finesse, and edge. Home to Jacksonville at Hodges Stadium. See it live. Feel the energy. Join the action. Sporting Jacks is at home March 25th. Season tickets with seats starting at just $10 per match. Call 904-863-KICK. or visit sportingjacks.com. This is history. Sporting Jacks, pro soccer, pro Jacks.
I'm with Greg from Cycles of Jacksonville. Triumph did a really cool thing last year, Greg. They went off-road. What's happening with Triumph?
Well, not only did they go off-road, they threw all the chips on the table. Ricky Carmichael personally developed this motorcycle for them. So if you haven't seen the Ricky Carmichael 450, you need to come see it. Also just released some Enduros this year. They've got a full lineup. You're going to love them.
Talking Triumph, the latest off-road Cycles of Jacksonville on Atlantic near Regency. Check out cyclesofjacksonville.com.
When you're hungry, go big, and more importantly, go to Dailies, where they got anything and everything to tantalize your taste buds and fill you up. At Dailies, our barbecue beef brisket sandwich is slow smoked to perfection, tender, juicy, and full of bold flavor. It's the kind of sandwich that truly satisfies. Try the barbecue brisket sandwich at Dailies. Meanwhile, some favorites never go out of style. The Duval sub at Dailies is stacked, loaded, and made with the bold flavor you want in every bite. Fresh ingredients, big taste. It's a local favorite. Grab the Duval sub today at Dailies. Or maybe you just want a delicious chicken sandwich. Some choices just work. The chicken sandwich at Dailies is crispy on the outside, it's juicy on the inside, and it is full of flavor. Perfect for lunch, perfect for dinner, perfect anytime hunger hits. So grab the chicken sandwich today at Dailies. Dailies is made fresh, it's made local, and Dailies is built for big appetites. I'll see you there today.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Focused, fueled, fearless, Farah.
All right, welcome back. Like all y'all to enjoy the rest of the college basketball tournament. Let me know how it goes. Turning my attention to the NBA. It's about that time. See my Knicks.
Hawks red hot.
I can't get to the NBA Finals this year. Ooh, it's going to be tough next year.
Yeah, the East is, it's up for grabs. And Boston has been the real surprise. And give that coach and that organization a lot of credit. They were written off. I never understood why they were written off without Tatum, by the way. I'm not saying I thought they'd be contending for the top seed in the East, but I never believed that Boston wasn't going to be a playoff team just with the Tatum.
Why the Celtics not written off and the Pacers are awful?
Well, because all the Pacers don't have a second all-world player.
Yeah. Well, Tyrese Halliburton went out with an injury and they went to hell.
Well, that's what I'm saying. But they didn't have Jaylen Brown. I think if they had Jaylen Brown and the rest of that Celtics roster.
Yeah.
Whereas Halliburton just seemed to be the only engine.
The Pacers get a draft pick and Halliburton back, so they could be good.
That's a good draft. It's a good time to have a top 5, top 10 pick. It's not just the top 3. Now that the tournament is playing out, you're going to go 7, 8, 9 deep here with guys that you would like to count on.
So we'll see. The Knicks are half game behind Boston. The Pistons have won 3 despite not having Cade Cunningham collapsed lung. So kind of wide open.
The Hawks may be at Detroit tonight, actually. So hopefully with no Cade Cunningham. I'm trying. Atlanta has finally cracked into that top 6. I'm trying to get out of that play-in, Hick. I mean, they've gotten red hot. They won 12 out of 13, and now the Magic and Heat are losing a little bit. They're gaining on the Raptors. I think only a half game back of them. I've been thrown.
If the season ended today, it'd be Knicks Hawks.
Yeah. I'm hoping we get to the 5. I'll take a Knicks. Whatever. They're all the same. For me as an Atlanta fan, other than our dynamic, playing the Knicks or the Celtics or the Pistons, they're all the same. We're underdog.
Yeah, Memphis tonight.
I feel like we've done good. Have we only played you once in the playoffs or twice? I feel like Atlanta's been okay, but I was also without Brunson.
Braun set another record over the weekend.
Yeah,
too.
what's that? Oldest man to
all-time games played in Orlando.
That's great.
The boy got busy, man.
He got busy because he played.
He dunked again, man. It's crazy when LeBron dunks. It's a highlight.
I'm telling you, he's shaving that head sometimes too.
I think it's getting lower and lower.
I try to tell you,
it's getting lower. He still got some stubble up there.
You know what shocked me?
There's only like 10 games left on the regular season.
11 games for us.
And the boys are like third place. It's pretty
yeah,
good.
they're hot. They're hot. They're playing really good. They're hot for sure. I have a question for y'all. LeBron passed Karl Malone as the NBA's all-time leading scorer. How many points ahead of Karl Malone is LeBron James?
When right now?
Yeah. How many?
Probably tons.
Tons, you think?
Couple thousand?
Yeah, a couple thousand, I would think. 5,000 more points than Malone already.
Yeah.
43. Malone's record was 38,000. I'm sorry. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's record was 38,387. Malone is third behind him. And LeBron is now up to 43,241. And he'll probably, by the way, go up to like 47 by the time he's done. Have you given up on this bet, or are you still hopeful?
I remain hopeful.
You remain hopeful? What do you really believe? Do you still think, though? I mean, at the time you believed it, you would not have put a bet on it. But, minds change. You still think, or you just...
hopeful.
Yeah. He's gone to hopeful. Yeah. I get it.
Stay hopeful.
All right. So our animal lover was out last week. She's back. Let's see if we can get the donkey gate
you went over there?
I haven't been over.
Oh, okay.
I got to talk to, somebody here who's got better versed in dealing with animal lovers. But we're going to put you on a donkey right there on the corner. Good morning from a pair of jackasses. Should be fun.
Oh, God.
We have one last thing before we let you go. We have multiple speed traps on 295 on the Beltway heading north, JTB to 95. We got them earlier on the outside. I can just tell you that we do this long enough. They're out and about this morning, so keep those speeds down and keep that cash in your pocket. The Drill Speed Trap Alert is brought to you by Catlin Truck Accessories.
Now, the 2-minute drill is driven by nobody but Nimnicht. Nimnicht Chevrolet on Cassett Avenue and Nimnicht Buick GMC on Phillips Highway.
Hello, Mike.
Hello.
What's going on today on a Monday with Jaguars Today coming up here momentarily?
Oh, the great Jake Bobo.
Yeah,
That's
Bobo.
Right.
Bobo watch.
We're going to get all the Bobo.
No for Bobo or
bubble.
go for Bobo?
Yeah.
We're go.
Somebody said Bobo was slow. Had a slow 40. Is that true?
He's a good blocking receiver.
Yeah, there you go.
Who cares?
Got to have him. Got to have the good blocking receiver.
My Final Four is still intact.
Is it?
So.
I got my 4 intact.
So
not me.
But my rooting interest and my passion for the event is now been put out. But that's sports.
I hate sports.
A lot more seasons than not. It gets squashed out one way or the other.
By the way, I heard you guys talk about the flag football deal a little bit. I mean, the biggest joke, if you didn't watch it, all these pro athletes are sitting there running the play clock down to 0 because they can't stop the other guys. Yeah. And they
don't want to get embarrassed
the whole championship game because they could not stop them. They didn't stop them from scoring on a single possession in 3 games.
I did believe this. Like when I can't remember Smoking Joe, the quarterback, said he's better than Mahomes in flag football. I did. I in its current context, without those guys playing flag, I think they're right. They kind of showed that this week. Let those flag football guys go get them. I mean,
it's just so much of the timing and everything. Like they ran that play.
And they play all the time, too.
They walk up, and the quarterback just backhand shovel passes it right to the guy in the slot. And he picks up 15 yards before the NFL players even react.
Right.
They're like, what oh, my God, this guy just ran right past us.
Yeah, there's some nuance.
And, people are like, well, they could train for it. They're not going to train for this like that.
That's the thing. They're not
you can't fight 20 years of instincts of Saquon trying to run guys over, and then he's like, what? He's jumping to avoid. You can't jump, and he's doing it on like every play, and these guys just don't get it, and these guys are lightning quick.
And by the way, the Olympics are, they'll get more cash from this Fanatics game than the Olympics will pay them. There's also that.
Oh, without question. I hate the idea of them just wanting to walk in at the last minute and take all the gold medals. Like, you didn't earn any of that.
Yeah, that's fair.
I would watch less Olympic flag football if they do that than if they just play the guys that we don't know.
I'm weird that way too. I would like for the guys who have been playing and building the league.
The idea that you've got influencers out there, like internet influencers, what do they have to do with this? Which just goes to show you they just think they're going to field anything they want, and it's more important to get eyes on the competition than the outcome.
Well, I guess if you want to see how the game's supposed to be played, having those guys would be the best way to do it.
It was unbelievable watching. I mean, they were just so good at what they do, and the little formations that they use. And it's like the guys are 20 yards downfield before the NFL guys even knew where they were going. It was really fun to watch.
It is hard. All right, Jaguars
Have
today
a good show.
is
Thank you.
Coming up next, it's been a Next Gen Roofing Monday on The Drill.